Hey, how's it going, A-Gap fans? I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions as to why you're seeing me here right now at the beginning of the pod, especially wearing the same clothes as I did yesterday. However, it's besides the point. I messed up on the recording this time. I had my mic muted for about the first 5 to 10 minutes of the pod, so we had to actually splice it up a bit and kind of edit a few things together. So bear with us, but we're going to just throw you right into What's the Deal. We have some great What's the Deal from Tom, Matt, and myself. Basically, we have horror, wholesome, and horny. So tune in, enjoy it. Thanks for being here with us. Feel free to follow us on the socials down below, and we hope to see you guys live on Twitch for the next episode. Thank you guys so much, and here we go. Let's hop right in.
What's my deal, dude? You're gonna ask me that? All right, my deal is, dude, so just to give you some backstory, me and Amber, genre movies, TV shows we really enjoy is horror, right? So we like horror movies, like horror TV shows. So on YouTube TV, there was a free subscription to Shudder, which is like a horror service in a way. It was like whatever, you can have a bunch of horror movies. So I've been watching the show, this documentary called Cursed Films. So Cursed Films talks about different movies where there's been strange, unexplained, and maybe connected deaths during production or directly after. So the question I was throw out and discuss here, if you guys ever heard about The Exorcist, Poltergeist, Omen, The Crow, or Twilight Zone, the movie, have you ever heard about any of the deaths involved with that? Have you ever heard this urban legend?
Is this
all new?
This some Ring shit?
Yeah.
Like you watch it and then you die?
Well, each movie's kind of got a little bit of a different thing, and I don't think we need to go into every single thing, but I want to first talk about the Twilight Zone movie. So the Twilight Zone movie, the director, it was kind of like a anthology movie with Spielberg attached and John Landis, the guy that directed Animal House. And so it was basically this guy goes through like a time warp, and all of a sudden he's in Vietnam. And so the climactic ending scene is this guy is in a village in Vietnam, and he saves two kids. And he has to run across a river while the village behind him explodes and a helicopter flies over him. So the documentary talks about how John Landis, the director, basically they handed him the keys back then. He just did Animal House and do whatever he wanted. He wanted big explosions. So set designers weren't aware of how big the explosions were going to be. The test runs were not as intense with the explosions. So this older grizzled actor, I should look up his name because rest in peace. He's carrying two kids across the river while the back of him there's these massive explosions, and you can see all this footage, and one of the explosions knocks the helicopter off its axis, and as it goes down and crashes, cuts the kids and him in half.
Oh my God.
Dead instantly. Jeez. So they died on set in this movie. Yeah, dude. So this
That's
is
gnarly. When was that?
So
like
this
80s?
It was like 80s, exactly. This is right in the heyday. It was the documentary tries to make a point that the director was kind of the one who said, no, push it, no, make bigger explosions. No, I guess the director even had kind of beef with the main actor. So he kind of put him in this shitty situation kind of because he had beef with him in a way. So, and the parents, the kids that were acting were not officially actors. They just literally got them off the street. So they didn't follow any of the rules, any of the laws. And they died. And their parents literally they were on set when all this shit happened. So,
oh my God.
Gnarly. So that's like a cursed film. So something that so terrible happened in it. And the whole series, and not even going too much into it, but like The Omen, for example, 3 actors, when they were on their way to film The Omen, 2 of them had their planes get hit by lightning. And a third actor missed his flight because he was sick, and the flight he was supposed to get on crashed and everybody died. There were 7 deaths related to just the filming of The Omen. 7, like production designers, somebody got decapitated. There was a car crash that they crashed near a sign that it was like the town of Omen in like, I don't know, Norway or something. And it crashed right next to it. So everyone thinks these films are cursed. And the whole argument of the documentary is, was the devil involved or is it just coincidence? So check it out.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Great YouTube dive. If you want to look up cursed films, super interesting stuff.
What do you think is the root cause?
I think it's all kind of a coincidence. because I'm a non-believer of things. So I don't think the devil actually made sure everyone died because the devil didn't want the Omen to come out, you know? I think it was shitty directors and shitty people that didn't think about safety and some really bad accidents.
That's nuts. I just want to say this is a little bit of a departure, but FYI, I guess my mic wasn't working earlier. Now it is working. Apologies on that.
Really?
We have the recording. We can splice it together. But that's fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, in the chat, dude, that's such a good series.
Yeah.
H3 Ryan.
H3 Me Nintendo. We just call him Ryan, I guess. He's
Ryan,
friend of the pod.
Chat.
Friend of the pod.
Ryan's seen it. Good. Nice. I like it. Hell yeah. So yeah, I've been watching all that. I think it's super interesting shit. So yeah, I was just wondering if you guys have ever heard the urban legends of those movies.
I've not. No, the only one I knew of is like Wizard of Oz and the whole like person hanging themselves in the background. That's the only one I've ever heard about. That one's crazy because it's on film. Like it's in the movie, in the original movie. Like there's like a cast member who, like kills himself in the background. But yeah, wild shit.
You can see it. You can see it in theory. There's like a frame where he's like hanging from the tree.
All right.
Yikes.
All right, Matt, can you lighten us up a little bit, dude? What's your
that was a little
deal?
Morbid. A little morbid.
Mine is less morbid and like infinitely more stupid.
Wonderful.
So I was just digging around. I like to look in the internet for little oddities, weird shit that's going on. And I think I decided that sea snakes are really fucking stupid or really fucking horny. and I can't decide which, but what's
your examples? I want to hear why.
There's been a pattern of sea snake attacks, which is obviously very scary because they're venomous. So if you're out, like you're a diver, you're floating around and a sea snake comes up to you, like that's a pretty potentially serious situation. But for the most part, they don't bite. They're just trying to fuck, apparently.
Really?
So there's like this pattern during male mating season where they're just dumb. They can't really see. So they just see something out there and they just slither out toward it. And they're just looking for someone to give them a little bit of action. So if you're out diving and you see a sea snake, just know it's probably not going to hurt you, but it may be trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
So that's my deal.
Do you just pull your pants down and just kind of cross your fingers, like, please don't bite anything? Like,
we got a question in the chat. Male mating season. What about the females?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just not, or maybe there's a bad proportion of males to females, or maybe they're just like, oh, that's like a big female snake. I like it. That's thick. And then they go after you as a diver, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's your legs. Is it your legs?
Maybe they think your legs are snakes, or maybe just us floating in water. Just kind of look. Maybe they have horrible vision.
Turns them on, dude.
The article basically says that they just really can't see that well.
It's like a horny grandpa just meandering through the mall, you know?
Yeah, just making all sorts of off-color remarks. But it's fine. He's old.
Let him do his thing.
So yeah, so someone called the horny police on sea snakes.
Yeah, dude, bonk, 100% bonk.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's hilarious.
With that, I will ask you, Colby.
Yeah,
what's your deal, dude?
My deal, dude. Mine is like a little wholesome. So I took a cooking class this weekend with some family members and some friends. So there's a local chef out in Lincoln. He owns a place called Citizen Vine and The Fork Kitchen. Shout out those two places. They're awesome restaurants. And we went over to his personal house. He had all these like cooking stations set up for everybody, and we just cooked food. I mean, when we showed up, there were like truffle deviled eggs that were ready for us that were fire. So good. Not a big deviled egg guy. Very good. So we got the recipe for those. We didn't get to make those, but we got the recipe. And then the next course was a Gruyere mac and cheese with a smoked paprika and Parmesan crust. So that we did learn how to make, which was yeah, dude, it was buttery, creamy, thick. It was good. It was fire. So we learned how to make a roux. We learned how to make a bechamel sauce. And then basically the bechamel, you do butter, flour, cream, throw some cheese in there. Oh, Spivey eating near my house. Count me in. Dude, I'm telling you, Citizen Vine and the Fork Kitchen, fire stuff. But you throw all that in, you throw the cheese in, You get it going, stir it up, let it thicken up, toss the noodles in, add the panko, give it a little broil, done. Super easy, honestly, super easy to make. But it was kind of a nice thing that like you could just make at home. Then we did a New York strip, which we seasoned liberally. Maybe I seasoned a little too liberally. It was a little salty, but good thing we had plenty of wine to wash it down. And it was just a very pleasant experience. I would say my biggest takeaway was learning how to make what he called, I think it was like one of the foundation sauces or champion sauces. There's making like a roux, and then you add either cream to make a bechamel. You can add like chicken stock to make a different kind of sauce. It was just really interesting. And he basically broke it down by saying, like, being a chef isn't that hard. You just have to know technique, and you got to know ingredients.
You have to be good at cooking.
That too.
It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah, dude. Just watch a YouTube video for the love of God, you know? Yeah,
anyone
exactly.
can cook, right? That's what the internet told me.
He said he had no formal training, and what he made us make was really good.
So with that said, could you like right now go to the store with me and whip that shit up?
Yes, 100%.
Awesome.
Yes.
I have a follow-up question.
Well, then it's success.
Thank you.
Do you plan on ever cooking this meal?
Yes. Well, I plan on cooking the mac and cheese because it was so easy to make the base sauce, and you could add any cheese into it. You could add pesto, you could add mozzarella, you could add cheddar, Velveeta if you really wanted to.
Can you add multiple cheeses?
Yes.
It's like they allow that?
Yep, you could add as many as you want. Because it's like this, it's essentially this base sauce that then you just throw the cheese into, and then it melts, and then it thickens up, and you're done. It's awesome. So it's
second follow-up.
Yes, of course.
Are we invited if you do it?
Dude, of course. Of course. We might have to do it for the extravaganza. The season premiere of season 4 coming at you guys week 1 NFL season. So we'll check back in on that. But I might make it for you guys very, very soon. Spivey wants to know, is 30 too many cheeses to add?
I never have too many cheeses, baby.
I add them all.
I say nay as long as the portioning is proper. If you add just like a little shot glass of 30 cheeses, dude, you might come up with something real tasty.
How many cheeses are there?
Oh my God. Let's take a guess.
Is this something we can Google? I don't think the internet's going to...
I guarantee we can Google it.
All right, let's bet on it then. Okay, here we go. All Matt, how many cheeses are there?
I'm not gonna look.
Ever on Earth?
All right,
ever on Earth? How many cheeses?
I'm gonna say like 500.
Whoa, dude!
Ooh. I don't know.
How many you got?
I don't know either. I don't know. Let's go. I'm gonna Price is Right rules and go like 150.
Price is Right rules?
I'm gonna go lower, a lot lower than Matt.
I'm gonna do 501 then.
You dick.
Oh.
Here we go. Recipes. By some estimates, there are more than 1,800 different types of cheese in the world. And there are almost as many ways to classify them. Wow.
So percentage-wise, 30 really is not too many.
No, 30 is
that's fair.
Tame. That's quite tame.
That's a lot.
Cheese.
Of cheeses.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese. Hey, I now feel like I need to try more cheeses.
Yeah.
There's so many cheeses to try.
God. Can you imagine dying and not tasting at least 1,000 different cheeses? You haven't lived a life.
Yeah, haven't lived at all. What a waste of time on this godforsaken earth.
What a waste of your life.
Boys.
Well,
definitely getting some cheese.
Horrific, horny, and wholesome. Just rounding out. Love it.
I love that. We're touching all the bases, the holy trinity of emotion.
Like it. And also very educational, I feel like. We all learned something. Yeah. Every single one of us was teaching, you know?
We were. We absolutely were.
We were.
gappodcast, educational.
Woo. The more you know.
We'll add that in the YouTube video. Big old rainbow right here.
No, there you go. All right, there you go. Well, boys, moving on to some more emotional content. We're diving in.
I can handle this, dude.
NFL preseason week 2.
Bah, 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 bah.
As always, boys, the intro never disappoints. It was a hell of a preseason week. Obviously, a lot of storylines. I mean, we can go anywhere from here, but I want to start with Jameis Winston having a day. How fun was that to watch?
Let's go. We all want. We all rooting for that guy, right?
We are.
Who wanted Taysom Hill
Absolutely.
to be the quarterback?
No.
Nobody.
No.
Fucking nobody.
He's
all
boring.
the Mormons in Utah probably did, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You do have the pulse of the Mormons, so
I do.
What you say goes.
The people want Taysom.
So they said in their town forum.
Dude, I don't think it was ever gonna be Taysom. I think it was so Drew Brees, week 17, comes up to Jameis and they like read his lips like, "This is your team now. Avenge me," kind of fucking classic war hero Drew Brees. But Taysom Hill lost all this weight. He was promised a shot at the quarterback spot. But if you make Taysom Hill your starter, you take away what makes Taysom Hill such a weapon.
True.
So why not let Jameis be your starter? And I mean, I'm sure Taysom will be a little salty about it, but he'll still play his role. Do the fullback, do the tight end stuff.
That's like the right business decision. It's like one of those things where he's like kind of been promised certain things. So is it like a little bit of a facade that he's even getting this opportunity? Is it just kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm glad you slimmed down. I'm glad you learned the whole playbook, but
didn't they give him like a recent contract? Who cares? Dogs are dogs, man. They gave Taysom Hill a recent contract, and they paid him not at a quarterback level, but they paid him well enough to, like Matt said, accept his role, right?
He's pretty expensive for a hybrid quarterback, tight end, receiver role for sure. Fullback.
I assume he makes less than Juszczyk though, right?
You can find this out, right? You got it, Matt?
I got it.
Well, you guys are looking it up. I'm gonna give you
Jamie. Can you? Jamie.
So he's
Jamie, pull it up.
He's 12 million for all of 2021.
Wow,
12 million.
I mean, that's
pretty damn expensive.
That's where he feels obligated that he has to kind of do whatever they tell him. I don't really see him as being the guy who's like, fuck it, I want to get traded. Like, I doubt it. I just really don't see him.
Yeah.
He'll accept his role, and he's got a guaranteed contract.
I don't see anywhere else where he's going to go and compete for a starting quarterback job.
True. Spivey did say his deal is actually mostly not guaranteed.
Oh boy!
So
just like every NFL deal.
I wonder if it's
classic NFL deal.
What if they what if they loaded it with like quarterback incentives and they're like, you're not playing quarterback?
Sorry, bud.
You have to start this many games.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to pass for 3,000 yards. Yeah.
Jesus, just fucked.
Rude boys.
There's no way. I think
if you line up in the slot 10
quarterback.
times, we're done with this money. You're out, dude.
Yeah.
10 times, you're out there.
Like Jameis is a real quarterback. He's had some good seasons. And I think Sean Payton will be able to harness him a little bit to where he's not going to have like a crazy good MLB season, like 30-30. You don't want that in NFL.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But yeah, I just don't think, I think it was like the whole, we'll give you a shot, but you're going to have your Taysom Hill role for sure.
100%.
And you need a good backup, so he can do that too. And he can come in as needed, but I don't see it happening.
I think it's like everybody was like, oh, Taysom Hill's the guy last year when he had that like one pass to Kamara over the middle. And everyone's like, oh my God, he can throw the ball. It's like, that's one play action. There was like barely a safety there. It's just kind of I don't know, watching him play quarterback more often. It's like, oh, maybe he's not a great thrower, So
he can make throws.
He can make some throws, but his decision making from what I saw was not great.
And like I said, you don't want to neuter the things that make him interesting and make him a weapon.
Right.
And you can't do that if he's your starting quarterback. Like, you're just not going to do that.
No, not at all.
It'd be stupid. Yeah.
Not at all. Well,
but Jameis, 2 long bombs.
Yep.
Pretty sweet. I love watching his warm-ups. Classic Jameis.
Elite.
I hope to see him out there in the beginning of the season in the huddle telling everybody we're going to eat a W today.
Mm-hmm.
That's dub, boys. So funny. Best speech.
Hard to root against that guy. Hard to root against. It was easy to root against Drew Brees, so this year will be fun.
Very true. Very true. Also, Marquez Callaway with both touchdowns.
Great catches. Yeah.
Great catches.
That guy.
A lot of people are like, oh, fantasy sleeper. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. We all know about him now.
Speaking of fantasy sleepers, how do you guys feel about getting Andy Dalton on your team now that he's confirmed the Bears starting quarterback for week 1, even though Fields is going to start this next preseason game?
It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, They got to give Andy a shot because he was promised it.
Yep.
And I think everyone in Chicago is going to they're going to make a huge deal out of it until they finally switch to Justin Fields. But they are going to let it ride. And, Nagy's kind of coming up win-win. If Dalton plays great and they win games, cool, then he doesn't need to rush Fields in there.
Yeah.
But if he sucks, then he can give the fans exactly what they want, which is their fucking first round pick. So Nagy's gonna maybe not get fired this year. So he's playing it the right way.
Yeah, that's the hard part. He's coaching for his life, basically. But I'm kind of torn on it because you do have a guy like Dalton who he wasn't the most efficient last year, but he can at least, he can run your offense. It's not going to be sexy. But Justin Fields, watching back some of his plays, he's chucking off his back foot. He's making risky plays. He's coughing the ball up. I think he's going to turn the ball over a lot because he's just a young player. But like turnovers will absolutely kill you.
Yeah.
Running the offense efficiently, even if it's vanilla, won't. So I think it's going to come down to either Andy Dalton injury or if he's really just playing so shitty, it forces their hand. I think Fields will start this year, but it kind of makes sense to not rush it because it's not like he's made some splash throws for sure, but it's not like he looks just super polished out there either. No. Yeah.
He's not like Zach Wilson, according to the ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's wild how if you look at, I mean, we can get into the rookie roundup a little bit here. Like Zach Wilson had an incredible week this week, not so great last week. The week before, complete opposite. Fields was incredible last week and terrible this week. And I mean, if you look at the stat lines, it's just, that's kind of, I think, in my opinion, a classic rookie quarterback in the NFL. They're going to be streaky. They might show flashes of brilliance, and they're going to show flashes of inexperience. That's just how it's going to happen, depending on the defense they're playing and how the defensive coordinator is just going to attack them. Typically, just blitz the shit out of them is usually what happens.
Right. Yeah, Zach Wilson struggled in practice. Like everybody was saying, oh, he threw another like just head-scratching interception. He looks like shit. But he's looked pretty good both games, especially the last game. I think he's pretty well coached with
Robert
LaFleur, with Saul as the head coach and LaFleur coaching the offense. Like I said last week, like he's not going to look like they're not going to look clueless out there, but they really don't have anybody else, so he doesn't have any pressure on him to win the starting job. He's just going to have a ton of pressure on him to play well. But as long as I think he's going to be the guy that doesn't have to get by on the splash plays, he can just hit his back foot, hit the out route, hit the over.
I got a question for you guys.
He looks pretty good.
I got a question. If anything in the world was possible and the Niners could have got Zach Wilson over Trey Lance, would you take that deal?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know about right now. It's kind of hard to say because now got all the feels for Trey and been watching the progression.
Yeah, you're very biased now.
Zach Wilson was the guy that I wanted.
We all wanted him pre-draft. Yeah,
there we go.
We all wanted him pre-draft, and it seemed like like if he can fall to the Niners, that would be fucking awesome. And then it was like, once the Mac Jones report came out, we're like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way we're gonna get him. So
yeah, I personally wanted Zach Wilson. Didn't think it was gonna happen. And then I wanted Fields and Lance were close for me, but I was leaning Fields.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was actually leaning. Yeah, I was leaning towards Fields a little bit
more. You guys are both wrong. Mac Jones is a superior prospect.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mac Jones might be the starter week one with COVID Cam out.
Oh.
He's pissed off the New England Patriots by getting COVID again. It wrecked his season last year. He didn't get vaccinated. He got COVID again. I think they're kind of pissed at him. And Mac Jones has been just like, Mac Jones is everything Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels want in a quarterback.
Yep.
Like Cam Newton was trash last year. Like absolute trash. Mac Jones will hit his back foot and hit the little out routes. He'll do the swing passes. He'll do the curl routes.
Keep it simple, you know?
Okay, yeah. It's not
sexy, Bill is not going to ask him to do some crazy shit, you know, like they're very aware of what his skill level is right now. And they're going to put him in a position to be successful.
He's the prototype.
Exactly.
Tom Brady, Jimmy G, Mac Jones, Stiddy.
Yeah.
All those guys.
Throwback. Let's go. They are, I mean, he's getting plugged right back into the system. They're going to go probably back to what they were running before they got Cam. Because with Cam, they tried to do a lot of like power packages, especially down by the goal line, have Cam run it over the goal line and just reach for it, right? So they're going to run back to the old shit.
I heard somewhere in there that they're going to try and make an effort not to get Cam fucking pummeled like they did at the beginning of last year. That's why the Patriots are like making a solid effort. That was before Cam was out. So
going back to almost the Taysom Hill thing, but that's like neutering what makes Cam effective is running QB power.
Point. That's a great point. Yeah.
Cam Newton is he looks the weirdest throwing the ball to me because he like goes back, and he throws, and it just looks weird coming out.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gonna throw low every single time, right into the dirt.
And sometimes he
Sometimes
does.
he does.
Yeah.
And he does, yeah. I think they want a Mac Jones who's just gonna like Tom Brady. I'm not gonna throw it down the field a ton, but he actually did throw it down the field really well at Alabama. But I'm gonna fucking do what you ask me to do.
Right.
I'm gonna run the offense the way you want me to.
Whatever you say, Bill.
Yeah.
Yep. He's going to be a yes man, especially as a rookie. And he's like,
Also,
this team knows how to win.
We're to start Mac Jones week 1.
think about being as young as Mac Jones is, and he was like, what? That first Super Bowl that they won, he wasn't even alive yet, right?
Yeah.
Or damn near close to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Can you
He's
imagine
what?
Bill Belichick? You start a new job and Bill Belichick's your boss? Fuck.
Dude, did you see the graphic?
Yes,
It
sir.
was
Yes, sir.
Sirianni, yeah. What was it? 47 years old or 41 years old.
Yep.
And then Bill Belichick, 41 years in the NFL.
In the NFL, yep.
Wow.
Eagles have one of the youngest coaching staffs in the league right now. Their defense coordinator is also extremely young, first coordinator position. Yeah, dude, some young guns. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting. All right. Speaking of young guns, I'm going to run through the stat list for the rookie roundup real quick, and then we'll hop back over to preseason week 2 talk. So we had Trevor Lawrence, 14 of 23, 113 yards, 0 touchdowns for a 73.3 rating. Quick hot takes. What do you guys think about Trevor Lawrence?
Jags are going to suck.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think they're going to be terrible. I think he's good. I think he's a good quarterback, but their offensive line is like horrendous.
Yep.
He's going to get fucking killed. It's going to be like Blaine Gabbert all over again.
They're
It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
That's what worries me is that he's going to get fucking shook. He's going to start seeing ghosts, and he's going to become a shell of a human.
Happens to the best of them.
Happened to Sam Darnold, happened
Yep.
to Blaine Gabbert. And
happens.
Trevor Lawrence has more
Seen it.
talent than them, but
Tale as old as time.
Very true. And they just look confused. Then even Urban Meyer told the TV staff this offense does not have an identity yet. That is terrifying. You're a week and a half away from the season and you don't have an identity?
Right.
Scary.
And
Scary.
injury aside, I'm not trying to play revisionist history on Travis Etienne here, but I thought when they had 2 first-round picks, you just invested in the next Andrew Luck. Get a fucking offensive lineman.
Yep.
And like, this isn't Madden.
Solidify.
You go and
Yeah.
draft another skill position because it's sick. Like, you already have a decent running back in James Robinson. You got Laviska Shenault, who's a really nice weapon. You don't really need to draft another running back when your offensive line is fucking Swiss cheese.
Agreed.
Seemed like a poor choice from what you'd think if you were a new NFL head coach, you would probably try and take the safe move, especially with a young quarterback. But when you are a world champion college football coach, you feel like all your decisions are great.
And you want to get the fans on your side
And you want
after a couple controversies.
player, yeah.
Yeah.
Zero NFL coaching experience.
Yeah.
It's a tough leap, man. Like, even
Get ready.
Pete Carroll had coached had 2 NFL head coaching positions when he went back to USC. And then when he came back to the NFL, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, like college coach, but not necessarily. Like, he'd had the experience. Urban Meyer has 0.
It's gonna be
And
nuts.
Trevor Lawrence, you can see it. You can see the talent, but I'm legit worried about it.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Deshaun Watson just running around trying to get a pass off, and he's nowhere near as athletic as that. So
Right.
all right, moving on. Zach Wilson, we talked a lot about him. He went 9 of 11, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns for a 154.7 rating. Ooh. Also, little side stat, wow. I think he had like an 82% completion percentage. Obviously, 9 of 11. You can do the math there. But hell of a day for the young kid.
9 of 11. Huh?
Yeah. Never forget.
Zach Wilson. So we're talking about New York Jets.
A little disrespectful, but okay.
I know. Hey, sorry.
Investigate 311.
Investigate it, dude. Investigate it all.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yep. He's going to be good. I'm very excited to see the Jets. I think they might be a little surprising.
Anybody trying to put money that the Jets have a better record than the Jags?
Yeah.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Yeah, I think we all would.
Where we're sitting right now on this day, absolutely.
How about since John is not here to defend himself, he gets the Jags?
Yeah, he's
chicken
the guy.
Yeah, John gets the Jags.
Big Jags guy.
Yeah, John's a big Jags fan today. Big Jags fan today.
We're gonna order him a shirt and stuff. We're gonna make him wear it, dude.
Yep.
Jags guy now, dude.
Big Trevor Lawrence fan. He's gonna grow his hair out. All right, moving on to the
Nice.
Trey area. Trey Lance went 8 of 14, 102 yards, 2 interceptions, or 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for a passer rating of 89.9. Quick takes, because we will get into this in depth a lot later. So, quick takeaways.
Yeah, amped up early. It's playing too fast early, but really settled down nicely.
Threw a real hard fastball for that touchdown.
Yes,
Good God.
he
Yes.
did. That throw was pure sex, dude. Oh my God.
If he doesn't start this year, the Giants should just throw him in the playoffs. He can be our ace.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm getting those fastballs, dude. Bring him in like the 7th. You know.
Remember when
Just throw
Kaepernick threw out the
fastball.
first pitch and he threw 87?
What?
Yeah.
Well, he played baseball at UNR,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. All right, moving
Yeah,
on. Go.
Sergio Romo was catching it, and it was way outside. There's like a cameraman right in front of him, and Romo just like lunged and grabbed it. And I was like, whoa. Because like you're expecting the guy to just like mosey on a first pitch, and he just winds up and throws it as hard as he fucking can.
He probably was
no
like, get the gun
softballs
on me. All right, and then we talked a little bit about it earlier. Justin Fields went 9 of 19 for 80 yards for a 59.1 rating. He also had 46 rushing yards. Not his best day.
Yeah, fast as hell. A lot of splash plays, but a little inconsistent. And I think I've seen him make at least 2 throws where he's pressured, throws it off his back foot, and just like you're going to learn quickly that those can be pretty sick plays, but you shouldn't do that in the NFL.
Yeah. Fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
He'll learn.
I think he will be a really good quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna have some growing pains for sure, just like all these guys probably will.
Exactly.
Excited for Bears fans. I'm happy for him.
I am too.
Got a tough sledding.
They've got some hope, dude. And I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso. They say the hope kills you overseas. Not over here. Do you guys believe in miracles?
Yes.
Do you believe in miracles?
Yes.
All right, that's a throwback, season 1.
Wait. Did you? Are you caught up on that show?
I'm not fully caught up. I watched
then we'll
all
move
of
on.
season. Yeah, okay, all right. I watched all of season 1. I'll be caught up shortly. I love it. Mac Jones, 13 of 19, 146 yards, 91.1 rating.
More yards than I would expect for 13 of 9. What was it? 13 of 19?
13 of 19 for 146.
I think there's going to be a lot of 13 of 19 for 101.
Exactly.
A lot of those.
Yep.
James White's like half of them or something,
Yeah.
Total receptions.
Of course. And then this guy we did not talk about last week. Kellen Mond went 6 of 12 for 61 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a 64.9 rating for the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, COVID Kirk is probably not going to play a lot this year, so you never know with that guy.
Yeah, dude.
COVID Kirk wants to wear a bubble suit at practice so he doesn't have to get the vaccine. Don't worry, I'll just put a barrier up. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, the key is just avoid contact at all.
All times.
Mond, I have not seen any tape, any highlights or anything like that, so I can't really speak to it, but I did like him a lot coming out. He had the most of the big 6. He had the most pass attempts of any of them in college. I think I saw a stat that was he had 1,300 in college. Trey Lance had 300 pass attempts in college. So something pretty staggering. But yeah, Mond actually threw the ball more than Trevor Lawrence did in his college career. I really like him. And I think Mike Zimmer has been very outspoken about the vax thing. Him and Kirk, I think it's more than just Kirk on the team too. I think there's definitely a group of his team that is very anti-vax, and he's, I think, actively dealing with it every day. He's fucking sick of it. Yeah. He's tired of it. Mike Zimmer's like the angriest grandpa. Mike Zimmer seems like the kind of guy that will be like, on principle, I'm starting Kellen Mond, and you will never play in this town again.
Just ultimate hard ass football guy.
Yeah,
totally, dude. What a football guy.
I love Mike Zimmer. He doesn't get enough credit.
Big fan.
I just love how red his cheeks get. I say that every time, but God, little cherry cherubs on his cheeks, just like me.
God bless him.
Rosy cheeks, because he's always happy, right?
Yeah, exactly, because he's so excited. Speaking of rosy cheeks, did you guys see that fight in Pittsburgh?
Oh boy.
Sure did.
Yeah, dude. That was the Sports Ball Brawl of the Week presented by the AGAP podcast.
And then here's the intro. Sports Ball Brawl of the Week. Security.
Yeah, that was aggressive. There was one guy got knocked the fuck out.
Pinball.
Yeah,
Straight
absolutely pinballed. A lot of the comments I saw is like they're clearly going to be getting a divorce after that, because the wife fully instigated, and then the husband stood up for her and just got his head rocked. Absolutely rocked.
Obviously didn't have the full context, but I have not seen many clips where a man swung at a woman and everyone in the crowd was like, she started it.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, true.
She must have done something bad.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Well, it's like she slapped him in the face, then the dude like went to go hit her and was like, nope, don't do it. And then the husband stood up and he's like, that guy I can hit, and then boom. Yeah, that was
sounds like since
very
all
intense.
30 fans you could hear in the video were with the guy. We gotta just assume. We gotta take their testimony there.
Exactly.
Yeah. It might be the preseason, but the fans are in mid-season form right now.
Oh, 100%.
It's really nice.
They are hot.
And we had talked about it, I think, in like a previous podcast this season about how the fans are not going to be ready to go back, and they're going to be doing that was, I think, when people were like throwing shit on the field or on the court for basketball, it's like people are not ready to be back in live stadiums, especially with football, a violent sport.
Isn't it funny how like we go on one little lockdown? I guess I shouldn't call it one little lockdown.
One little lockdown.
a little egregious. One little pandemic.
What's pandemic?
And now all of a sudden, like, we get so excited that we can't fucking behave ourselves.
Yeah. We forgot how to be around people and deal with our anger.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's all we just never got rid of it. It's all pent up. It's like, this is great. I'm at a game. I'm gonna have a zillion beers. It's good to be back. And then one person just like,
but especially fuck this guy, dude. That's the thought.
Yeah, that was just wild, and it offered kind of a nice transition. But speaking of people beating people down, Mitch Trubisky goes back to Chicago and lays the hammer down on the Chicago Bears. 12 for 17, 113 yards, and a tutty. Yeah, we were talking about Matt Nagy earlier.
Matt Nagy
that was tough. That was tough.
Hard to see
it.
Yeah.
Do you think? All right, so Mitch is obviously not terrible. He's easy to shit on. But do you think if he had been drafted in like the second round, people would be like, not bad?
I think so.
Yeah.
He went to a playoff game. Yeah. He had some good runs.
He made a Pro Bowl after like 3 other guys declined to go.
Exactly.
I mean, he was in the discussion.
Like top 10, somewhere in there,
He would be CJ Beathard. He would be CJ Beathard. I mean,
NFC
he would
top
be
10, man.
NFC top 15.
Top 15. All right. Exactly. No, I think if he never never pushed into the spotlight as much, I feel like he may have been a much better quarterback. Like he seems like quarterback that would have done great for like a year behind a veteran,
Yeah.
Because
he was another guy that did not play much in college.
Yep. Yeah, maybe.
And then he got drafted number 2 overall.
Yeah.
And
they traded up to get him.
It's never a guy's fault.
Yeah, that someone
drafted,
picks him.
But it's always like, fuck you.
Wasn't this week that Mitch came out and said that he had no idea the Bears were going to draft him? He like fully on draft day had no idea that the Bears were going to be the team that picked him. Yeah, he was very surprised on draft day about that. So remember when all of us were surprised that someone moved up to get Mitch Trubisky? We're like, what the fuck are they doing?
The Niners were number 2 and they weren't going to take him. And the Bears were like, we got to get to number 2. And they took him. Yeah, so they traded with the Niners.
They could have got Mitch at second round somewhere, I think.
I think he would have gone first round.
I think he would have gone first. Yeah.
But number 2. Ugh.
What did the Niners get out of that trade?
Solomon Thomas went number 3. So let's not act like it was all rosy. But the Niners got like they moved up. I think they traded a pick. I don't think it was. Maybe they got another pick out of that and used it for Reuben Foster. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, so I don't.
Good for Mitch. Good for Mitch. All things considered, we're all happy for the guy. I think any player that we feel needs a better shot, we're always going to be on board.
Absolutely.
A lot of hype for Mitch that year. Absolutely.
I still like Mitch's skill set. He's athletic.
Yep.
He's got a quick release, but I think it's just one of those things where the situation didn't work out and he got drafted too high. It sucks, and he stopped being able to throw to his left. And that was a snag. in his development.
He had the Zoolander syndrome. He couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't look that way. You know? In a full 360 to throw over there. You know, that's what he can do.
Oh,
It
shit.
sucks too when you're in the draft class of fucking Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Don't forget
Yeah.
who else was taken that year was Deshaun Kaiser. I think was it Deshaun Kaiser that year too?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Cleveland.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yikes.
also not very good. So
Mhm.
at least I'm not Deshaun Kaiser, is what Mitch Trubisky can say.
I bet, honestly, though, Deshaun Kaiser, not a lot of people remember him. A lot of people still remember Mitch.
I mean, Deshaun Kaiser's alive and even playing somewhere, right?
We don't know that.
I don't remember. Yeah, we're not sure. We're not sure.
He's not dead. Like, right? He's out there. He's probably been on a roster right now.
I can't confirm that. I haven't seen anything.
We don't know. We don't know. No one will ever know, really. You know, like
We're keeping his memory alive by just talking about him now, right? They say they say the day you die is the day people stop talking about you. So we're keeping his spirits.
It says he's a free agent, so who knows?
who knows what that guy's doing?
Rest in peace to Deshaun Kaiser.
Deshaun Kaiser is very much alive.
For the record,
Good old Sonny quote. Wade Boggs is very much alive.
very much alive.
He would have been 25 years old.
Oh, boys. Goddamn. All right. Well, I think it's time to
Wait,
wrap.
really quick.
Yeah,
The Cleveland
yeah.
Browns. Good God, man. They drafted Johnny Manziel in the first round. A
Yep.
few years later, drafted Deshaun Kaiser in the first round.
Rest in peace.
They traded for Brock Osweiler.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, where's that guy?
Where's that guy at, dude?
Who
Did he
knows?
sign at least one contract? I thought that was
Dude, he
signed,
made
like a
he made,
contract.
Made a lot of money.
Look up Brock
The
Osweiler
Texans,
career earnings
yeah,
right now.
the Texans contract.
That
is
guy
fucking
is, I think even like it's between him and Sam Bradford, like who's the biggest con man
Ooh.
in NFL history. Like who milked more money out of teams for doing pretty much nothing.
or Bobby Bonita.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla's up there for sure.
Yep.
Different sport, but he's up there.
It's in the same ballpark.
It's in the
Just
same.
swindling.
It's an outdoor
Just
sport. It's an
swindling.
outdoor sport. Alrighty, boys. Well, hell of a preseason week 2, but now it's time to focus in. Take a microscope. It's time for Niners Nightly. Let's go.
Woo!
Alrighty, boys. Was a hell of a game. Niners got their first dub of the preseason. Let's go. We're 1-1. Huge. It matters so much to us. Spivey says it's not Bobby's fault that the Mets are dumb. Fair.
Okay,
True.
and if we're like really quick, Brock Osweiler's career earnings were $41 million.
Wow.
Not bad. Not bad.
Good for him. That's all I can say is good for him.
That's
What else can he say?
woo.
He's very tall.
He's extremely tall and not bad hair. His hair was kind of
Healthy.
nice.
His
Tall.
hair was good.
He's
Yeah.
got great hair.
He
Yeah.
did push
Ladies.
a chick when he was really drunk in TMZ. Caught it.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
He shoved her, but she was yelling at him, and he got mad, and he shoved her.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was cool, but it happened.
I'm on her side.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm with her.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
We're all with her.
All right, well, back to Niners Nightly, boys.
Wait, restart the intro.
All right, we're restarting. We're
Do
running
it
back.
again. Do it again. One more time.
All right, hell of a week 2 for the Niners this week. It was Jimmy versus Trey, round 2. So I'm just gonna throw out a question for you guys. I'm gonna let you take it and run. Have you guys seen enough to make a decision on who you want to start week 1?
Tom.
Sudfeld.
Okay.
Ooh, he also very tall.
He's very tall and he's got very
6'7".
is it bleach blonde hair? Am I
I
wrong
think
on that?
so. I think it's like
I
a
think
quarter
it's
life
kind of
crisis
blondish.
The hell of a look.
quarter life crisis thing.
Sudfeld.
All right.
That's a
Okay.
true Eagles fan speaking right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen enough. I think so. My big thing with it is that Jimmy Garoppolo ain't Alex Smith, right? Like he doesn't take care of the ball himself.
Right.
So if Trey Lance is going to turn the ball over at times, he's going to make mistakes, stall drives. Jimmy does that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, I actually was impressed with Jimmy's first drive. It was a long drive. It was dink and dunk, classic Jimmy, classic Mac Jones, Belichick, very similar, right? Dink and dunk, but I thought it looked good. He was running the clock out. Then threw that high ball, kind of slipped out of Ayuk's hands and got picked off. And it's like, it's not entirely Jimmy's fault there. Like, I think an elite receiver brings that in all day. Even a top 15 receiver, I think, is bringing that in all day.
I think Ayuk 8 out of 10 times is bringing that in.
I agree. I also agree.
The best
with
wide
that.
receiver on your team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Highest
he's a
upside.
stud. He's at the drops. He's a little bit, which we can talk about in a sec.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think both can be true. Like Ayuk should have caught that, but it was also a shitty pass. My thing is like Jimmy historically too is a turnover machine, fumbles, throws a lot of picks. So if you're going to have two guys that make mistakes, why not take the guy that has the upside and that you're married to for the next several years?
But you can't go back.
You cannot go back. And that's a good point.
That's why he's got to pull the Matt Nagy, dude.
Do you know what's really interesting? And I think maybe myself and Niners Twitter are reading too far into this, but there's a clip of Kyle Shanahan saying something about, yeah, I just wanted to get him as many reps as I can just to get him prepared for, just to get him reps. It was kind of like a weird, like, why did you pause kind of thing.
I saw that today and I was gonna bring it up.
And then a pause. He said
prepared for,
and then kind of stopped
to get him as many reps as I can. And he also said, he also didn't commit to Jimmy as the starter. The thing is, it really doesn't like do him any good to say like 2 days ago, yes, Jimmy Garoppolo is my starter.
Right.
But I think he's legit thinking about making Trey Lance his starter. Like, I think you can see the flashes. I think just like Jimmy, if you get him into a rhythm, you can start to see, like, because he was way amped up. He didn't seize the opportunity early. But in those last two drives, he was like 7 of 8, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Threw with more pace and touch. He wasn't just like revved up, throwing it as hard as he could. And you could see him starting to like actually like slow it down and control the offense. Why not just like, he's not going to learn to do that sitting on the bench.
Yeah, that 41-yard touch pass was gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous. It was like perfect, right in the middle of the zone between the corner and the safety. Put it right in there, caught it, gave his receiver even time to catch it and run, make a move, make the safety miss. Beautiful, beautiful ball. And they scored. I mean, it was a touchback. They scored in 50 seconds. Just boom, boom, go, go, go. Yep. And I mean, that's what we've seen Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs do, where they get the ball and they can score in less than a minute if they want to, and it was really cool to watch Trey and Kyle do that together.
That's a good point, because Jimmy can't give you that. If you're back to bet you're 20 with 2 minutes left, or like maybe not 2 minutes, maybe a minute 15 left in the half.
Yep.
You're kind of thinking, yeah, we're just gonna probably dink and dunk and run it out.
Yeah.
But Trey, you can do a quick play action down the field, chuck it, and see what you got.
Do you feel like he is, what everyone always says on the internet is that he is like the next Mahomes? That's kind of what I get the feeling, like it's athletic, deep balls, fast offense, I feel like that's kind of what everyone, it's an unfair comparison because it puts you way up high, right. It sets the bar really high. But do you feel like Kyle thinks that? Do you think Kyle thinks this guy is like a top 5 quarterback in this league? We've just got to start playing.
I think that's exactly what he thinks, because he has said multiple times that you have to have a top 5 quarterback, or like that's what you're looking for, is that top 5 quarterback. And I fully believe he would not have traded 3 first-round picks if he didn't truly believe this guy could be that.
How's Garoppolo going to feel?
I mean, well, they moved on from him when they traded up for that pick and had a month to decide who it is.
That's the thing. They don't care anymore.
Writing's on the wall.
Yeah. It's, once again, this is like, it's kind of a Ted Lasso poll, but the episode I watched literally last night, he had to make a decision that was either going to help the team or not hurt his player. And he wanted to not hurt the player, and everybody told him, like, dude, we have to fucking win. So you got to make the right decision for your team to win. It's tough. It's an emotional business, I'm sure. at times, but you got to make those decisions. And if you're a professional about it, you're going to get over it. And what has Kyle said about Jimmy? He's been a professional throughout this entire process. He's really been really accepting of everything that we're trying to do. And I think Kyle's kind of just setting up the chess pieces, and he's getting ready to make the big move and put Trey in. So be interesting.
I have like a final question if we're done kind of talking about the QB battle stuff. What percentage, what do you think is the likelihood that Trey is going to be the starter?
Week 1?
Week 1. Let's start with that. Yeah, week 1. Your percentage, if you throw a number on it.
40%.
40% chance. Okay.
I was thinking
slower than I thought.
I was thinking 35, honestly, just to I wasn't trying to piggyback, but because it's hard to make that choice week 1, but week 5, I think we're up
so
around
week 5. Throw that percentage at you again. What's week 5?
65.
65?
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go 70. Just
and then are we talking up? Week 15? Is it like 100%?
I hope so. I would hope so.
80%.
Yeah.
80%. Okay.
Probably higher. I'm gonna go 90%.
Just seeing, I'm getting the data. I'm getting the data. I'm just, I'm making a little spreadsheet in my head.
Big analytics guy.
I think Tom had a really good point that you can't go back.
Yep.
Go back.
So you can kind of play it out, mix it and match it a little bit for the first couple weeks, and then make the move. But if you start Trey, it's not like there's going to be a Jimmy package if Trey's on the field.
Like,
all right, smile at the referee.
Sorry, Jimmy,
He's
not
gonna
to laugh
smile.
at you.
He's gonna give him a look.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy. We're up by 21. It's the fourth quarter. We're just gonna run the ball. You're really good at handing it off. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
No, the kneel down package. That's Jimmy's thing.
Exactly. Takes a great knee.
Exactly.
All right. Well, quarterback battle has been extremely intense, obviously. But one thing that we mentioned
will continue to be.
Oh, we're going to be talking about this all season long.
Yeah.
It's the thing that we're going to keep touching on, and hopefully you guys don't get sick of it. But it's interesting as a Niners fan to talk about. So we mentioned this a little bit earlier. Is the dropped passes from Ayuk and even a couple from Debo. Are we concerned about the dropped passes? Is this a receiver issue? Is this the quarterback throwing the ball too hard? Like, I even have written down, is Trey Lance's arm too good, where he's just firing balls at these guys and they're too hot?
I mean, your job is to catch the ball.
True.
So I do think, catch the freaking ball. But there are a few of those are like Trey Lance is 4 yards away and absolutely hucking a missile at you.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
So he has to learn to throw with more pace and touch, which, as I mentioned, he did it in the last couple drives. The other problem is that he's throwing these missiles and they're not perfect spirals.
Nope.
Like, some of them are wobbly. So that's extra fun.
They're hard to catch.
Yeah.
He's not making it that easy for his receivers.
Right. But it is a little bit concerning because I could see that being kind of an ongoing thing, at least for a little bit, while people adjust.
Yeah, and you hope that it's not like it doesn't get in their head, right? Because once it gets in their head, then they're thinking, oh shit, then they get the Aguilar syndrome and they can't catch the fucking ball, right?
Yep.
And it is.
Yeah,
Tom's like, yep.
No, I just think about the guy who caught the baby in the burning house. And he's like, I was catching everything out there, unlike Aguilar, Threw a shot. Just had to throw a shot.
Your most heroic moment, you have to take a shot at Nelson Aguilar.
It's a true Eagles fan, dude. I love
that's
it.
Philly to its core. Philly to its core. We'll get to Squawk Talk in a little bit, but
we'll get there.
I think adjusting to Trey Lance's arm obviously is intense, and I think. I hate to say his name, but I think Russell Wilson used to do that when he was younger. He would fireballs at guys real short. I think it's a little bit of nerves, a little bit of just being excited, a little bit of just learning how hard to throw the ball to receivers on certain routes. So I'm sure he'll dial it back. He'll dial it back. Yeah.
You can see like on some of those, he just really amped up. That last touchdown was an absolute missile, but kind of necessary because he had to fit it through there.
Yep.
And those are the ones where I'm like, you have to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're 4 or 5 yards away, like maybe throw a little bit more catchable.
Holy shit!
It's like when you're playing catch with your buddy in Little League and you're super close and they're just like, oh my god,
dude, please stop. Yeah. No need for that.
I get you can throw it hard, man. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a little concerning, but like we said, I think it'll be sorted out. So,
I think it'll work itself out. But.
Do you guys have any concerns when it comes to the depth at the receiving position or no?
I did, but I don't as much anymore. Like Sherfield looks really good. Mohamed Sanu looks like he's I apparently he wasn't in great shape last year. Was kind of behind the 8 ball the whole year.
Oh, really?
But he's a pros pro, and he's been in Shanahan's system, so I think he'll be a nice addition.
Who's
And
Mike Williams or whatever? What's the guy they signed?
Yeah, Mike Williams.
Can we talk about that guy? That guy looked awesome in the preseason game.
From the Chargers?
Yeah, he's on the Niners now, though, right?
Yep. Or no, Travis Benjamin. Travis Benjamin.
Travis
okay, I was like,
Benjamin.
Sorry, not Mike Williams. Not Mike
Yeah,
Williams.
Travis Benjamin too. He caught a tutty, and he adds that speed element. And then Jawan Jennings, I think, will be a weapon too. He didn't play last week, but Jawan Jennings is like 6'5", dude out of Tennessee, second year. He's not as fast as Jalen Hurd, but he's a bruiser. So I think it's actually deeper than I thought. I thought Richie James was going to be battling for that third spot, but he's playing his way off this team. I guarantee he's in Seattle week 1.
That was another question we have on the board is how many roster cuts are ending up in Seattle?
Not to spoil that. And then I'm also interested to see if Jalen Hurd makes the team because he's kind of running out of time.
Yeah,
but the depth isn't super concerning. It was concerning before preseason started, but I think it's kind of working itself out. But if Debo or Ayuk get hurt, it's instantly concerning.
That is exactly what I was going to say, is if we have one injury, I mean, by the way this team has been getting injured, we might have 2 or 3, and it's scary. Yeah. So fingers crossed they don't get hurt. Hopefully.
Hey, knock on wood. You got to wish for the best. You know, there's you got no control of it. So
hopefully,
as a fan of a team that gets hurt all the time, I know the feeling. And
then
feel helpless.
Exactly.
Helpless.
Hopefully no jammed fingers from those fireballs coming across the middle.
Oh boy, that'd be a hell of an injury designation if that's what happens.
Right.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Right. Jimmy wouldn't have broke my hand.
Yeah. No, not at all. Maybe with like a duck. Maybe a duck would like hit your hand and fuck it up somehow, but who knows? All right. Enough talking about passing the ball. What about who do you guys see rounding out the running back committee?
So I'm thinking it's going to be Mostert, Trey Sermon, Wayne Gallman, Jermichael Hasty, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I think Jeff Wilson Jr. might go on IR. I don't know if he's going to.
Okay.
He tore his MCL standing up in a chair.
What?
During OTAs, yeah. He was like sitting in the locker room. He got out of his chair and MCL just ruptured.
God.
Talk about cursed things, dude.
So I got Mostert, Sermon, Gallman, Hasty, Juszczyk.
Okay. I love Hasty.
A lot of RBs.
I love Hasty. Like Gallman did not look good to me last game. He just
looked pretty good.
Really? I just thought Hasty was getting like 6 yards a carry constantly.
I love how Hasty runs.
Dude, he runs. He's
fast, like a little Marshawn Lynch.
Yes, a little Marshawn Lynch with like a little bit of Alvin Kamara sprinkled on him. Yeah. You know, he's shifty but small. Strong. He is very small.
He's small, but he runs hard.
Yeah, and he runs low.
All I can think about when you guys say hasty is, don't be hasty, Master Hobbits. That's all I can think of is just Gandalf saying hasty, dude.
Nerd. Nerd alert.
No, wait. It's Treebeard. Never mind. It's the Ents. They say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I even got it wrong. I even got my nerd reference wrong.
Let me correct myself.
Excuse me. In book 3 in the Elkwood Forest. I could go on.
But I think it's a deep group. I think Bobby Turner is like a master running back coach. So I think it'll be interesting to see Sermon and Mostert, because I think Sermon could end up being the quote unquote bell cow.
You think
Mostert's like the Ferrari?
Yeah.
That you just bring in, peel off like a quick 80-yard run or something like that. That he can hit home runs, but he's not like the kind of guy that you want hitting the hole every time.
Do you think at any point this season we trade Mostert? No.
I don't think so, unless Jeff Wilson comes back. But I mean, you just don't have anybody like Mostert.
True.
Like Mostert is one of the fastest players in the whole league.
Yeah, fastest run of
all. If you have Sermon and JWJ when he comes back, just like kind of tenderizing the meat a little bit, and then all of a sudden Mostert comes in. I don't know.
With a katana.
With the katana. But the problem with him is that he would break off these crazy runs, and then it's like you get a little scratch, a little rock hits you on the freeway in your Ferrari, and it's like, all right, back in the garage.
Yeah,
back in the garage,
exactly.
get in there.
And it's going to cost you thousands of dollars, if not millions, to repair it.
It's going to take a few
A lot
weeks.
of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to order the parts from Italy.
Yep.
It's going to be a minute.
I think they have good depth, but you got to have a guy like Mostert. He's just a game changer with his speed.
Yeah, throws people off. It'll be fun. I'm excited to have him back.
He's so fucking
We haven't
fast.
watched him run in
nuts.
a while. It's nuts. It's nuts. Because it's like by the time the linebackers are even trying to get to the edge, he's already past them. He's gone.
How much has he played in the preseason?
Not
None
much
at all.
Yeah.
But that's not because he's not healthy.
That's standard, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kittle hasn't.
Don't take
Kittle
the Ferrari
hasn't
out.
played either.
Yeah, Kittle hasn't played. I think they're all going to play this week. Besides,
they're going to get a little bit of playing time.
Yeah, it's the dress rehearsal,
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. I'll be interested to see how much Trey plays in that game versus Jimmy.
Yeah. Who's he playing with?
It'll be interesting. All right, we've been talking a lot about offense. Did people forget how good our defense can be when they're healthy?
Defense is really good.
It's pretty good, dude.
And there's a lot of starter. Like Fred Warner hasn't played at all.
No.
Nick Bosa hasn't played. D Ford hasn't played. Javon Kinlaw hasn't played.
We're deep.
Very deep. I think it's going to be a top 5 defense if everybody stays healthy.
I mean, it was in 2019.
It was honestly 2019 was a historic pass rush.
Oh, it was insane.
One of the better defenses of the last 10 years was the 2019 49ers.
Like almost changed the league in a way where people were like, we need to build from the line back. If we can get the pass rushers in there, then the corners and safeties don't have to do that much work.
So if you got Ebukam as a rusher, you got D Ford. I mean, D Ford is like found money at this point.
Yeah.
Because we all thought he was done, but apparently he looks pretty good. You got Nick Bosa. If you have Armstead playing inside, that's huge because he's not an edge rusher, but he's very disruptive inside. Kinlaw is kind of concerning because I don't know why he's not playing. He kind of seems like that, like that big guy that you played sports with that was good, but he's always like, Coach, I can't go. My shoulder hurts. Like,
yep.
Like, dude, just fucking play.
Yeah, exactly.
He might legit be hurt. I don't want to be a jerk about it, but
he might need to find the drive.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned there, but they're gonna be nasty up front. Did you see Ebukam at all?
No, not at all.
Yeah, he had one. I think he had a sack in the game, but he's just fast.
Really?
Like just super speedy.
Ooh.
Gonna be disruptive. I don't know. They're gonna have just waves of pass rushers and D linemen coming.
And that's what's going to be insane is them just shifting in and out. You're always having fresh legs on the D line. That's going to be huge and extremely
and that's the thing,
disruptive.
If, not to go back to offense, but if you have a really good defense, you don't need to have an offense that scores 35 points a game.
Nope.
Like that's what I mean. So thinking about quarterbacks, like Baker Mayfield, good quarterback. Not a ton of upside, but if you surround him with a good running game and a good defense, win a lot of games.
He looks great. Yeah. He looks.
And I think
really
the Niners
good.
have that luxury. What you can do with a Jimmy.
Yep.
Or you can have the massive upside with the Trey Lance, and like a team like that could go to the moon. Who knows?
Absolutely. And you got your quarterback posting a like we were talking about earlier, a 13 for 19 for 130 yards, touchdown, and maybe a pick, but hopefully not.
Like the identity of the 2011, 2012 49ers, they were like scoring 17 points a game.
Yep.
But the other team was scoring 6.
Exactly. Just smashing people.
I think this defense is going to be really good. Really good.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to watch, man. I unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the game live, so I went back and watched it recorded, and I was like, I'm only going to watch offense. It's like already 12:30 at night, so I just watched the offensive side. So I'll pay a lot more attention to the defense next week. One thing I did see, though, is Robbie Gould miss a couple extra points. A little concerning. Is the guy getting a little too old? Do we need to be worried? Is it just preseason? He's still warming up the leg. Are we scared?
I'm a little worried.
Are you scared?
I'm a little worried. He hasn't been as good the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And, I think who's the guy on the Falcons? He kicked till he was like 46. I know Vinatieri was up there, too.
Not talking about Janikowski. We're talking about
not Janikowski.
I can see his face.
I can see that old man wearing that fucking single bar helmet.
It's gonna bother me.
Just look it up. You'll feel better.
Not Matt Bryant. Morton Anderson.
Yeah.
Morton Anderson.
Yes, dude.
So I mean, kickers. they can kick pretty like well into their 40s. He just hasn't looked the same, and like missing 2 extra points in the preseason is not good.
No.
And he's expensive.
Bad look.
Yeah.
I think it's fine though. Don't you just feel like he at least is a veteran kicker? That
Yeah.
you can feel better than a lot of these other teams that are fucking cycling every year. You know,
That's true.
You could be in a worse position.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like all these teams that are on kicker hunts, it's a fucking shit show.
Yep.
Like they're always cycling in new ones. Who did the Buccaneers spend a second rounder on?
Oh yeah.
Shit. You
look it up. Look it up.
Yeah. This is kicker talk.
This is your segment, guys. I'll look it up.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We didn't prep kicker talk this week. Unfortunately, we'll have to get back to you on that one next week.
Roberto Aguayo.
Oh my God, I forgot about that guy.
47th overall in the 16 NFL draft. Yeah.
God, it would be fun to see who was drafted after
I don't think
him.
he's in the league.
No, he fell apart. He got the yips and just collapsed.
He got the yips year 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. This is recent news.
Yeah, this is like
27 years old right now.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Florida State.
He can make a comeback. He can make a comeback.
Kicker. Dude, I mean,
I'm sure he tries out every season.
David Akers, when he was with the 49ers, had the yips. Like he was a great kicker for the Eagles. He was probably top 5 kicker in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
in his day, yeah.
He came over to the Niners and he just got the yips and he sucked.
Kickers is such a weird thing, dude. You have no idea. It seems like their own person.
Do we have a John sighting here? I think we do.
Oh, Braggy. What do we have here?
Oh, look at the full spread back in the 4 squares, boys. Let's go. What's up, dude? Clap it up. Give the guy an ovation. How's it going, my guy?
Hour and 15 late. Perfect. Right on time. Am I right? Perfect.
Better late than never, John.
Hey, there you go.
Cheers.
Glad you made it. Cheers, baby.
Y'all got beers? Shit, I probably need to go find a beer too, huh?
Go do it. We're just talking kickers.
Yeah, we're talking about kicker talk.
Thrilling stuff. Chat's popping off.
You want to say hi?
Got a hot kicker take.
You want to say hi, Jess? Say hi, Jess.
Hi. What up? Hello.
What's your favorite kicker? Jessica's favorite kicker is Robbie Gould, and will always be Robbie.
That's
Gould.
who we were just talking about. So perfect.
Good as. Not so much anymore.
Not so much after the last preseason game.
Well, it's preseason.
TBD.
Classic preseason. Yeah, there you go.
He'll be back.
Classic
He'll be back.
Preseason TBD. You know
when Robbie Gould was hurt, I forget the guy's name, but he had one kick. He had one kick on Monday night against Seattle that went into the tunnel. So
what?
Into the tunnel?
Tom is certainly right that it could be a lot worse.
Okay.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse.
I've decided to not be worried about Robbie Gould.
Everything's looking great for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if are we wrapping up Niners Nightly yet?
So I was just gonna wrap it up. This is the final question.
Yeah, John, it's been an hour of Niners.
We teased it.
Believe me.
Oh, we've been talking NFL and Niners for about an hour, so we got a lot.
Colby's like,
cover.
Tom, what do you think about the running back depth of the 49ers?
Hey, it's in the doc. You got to prepare. That's on you, boy.
All I want to know is who to draft. That's all I give a fuck about.
There you go. All right.
Trey's sermon.
We have a Jess stan in the chat. Hurricane Camille says, Jess, hottest podcast ever. She's allowed to say that because she's also a girl, so that's okay. It's okay.
Jess is quite literally the hottest podcaster.
No men can say
podcast.
Jess is hot. Not allowed.
Not sure.
We'll kick their ass.
Jess instantly goes, I'm not showing my tits.
Please don't.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Trying to
That'd be
get
bad for all of us.
subscribers.
All right. To wrap up Niners Nightly, what 49ers are going to end up in Seattle after they're cut from the team?
Oh, wow.
Richie James.
Yeah.
Yep. Jalen Hurt.
Oh, I would hate that.
Yeah. That's the hard part about Jalen Hurt is if he goes somewhere else and is succeeding, fucked.
Yeah.
It's going to suck to watch.
Maybe Jordan Willis, pass rusher.
Ooh.
Could see that.
I was gonna say, I think Jalen Hurt is a very good talking point because Niners fans have always hyped him up on the potential, And it's always been like that. If he gets over this injury hump, if he gets over this or that, like, look at what he could be. And he's going to go and be that somebody with somebody else. And that's what scares me too.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep holding him off potential, man. It's just been heartbreak after heartbreak. And I mean, it's the NFL, baby, next man up. And somebody's going to make a name for themselves. And he's just probably going to get that opportunity elsewhere, to be honest.
And it's already a thin position, or not thin position, but it's already a battle.
Yep.
So somebody deserving's gonna not make the team, so you can hold on to that hope with Jalen Hurd.
I mean, that's the thing, right? You really want to hold on to that? Like,
it's like I put in my notes, if Simba Walker doesn't make the team, I'm gonna fucking riot. He's looked great on returns.
Yep.
He looks great.
What's
Electric.
I haven't seen. I saw very little of the last game.
Did I say Simba Walker? Simba Webster. Sorry.
No, Walker now.
Either
That's
way.
how I know him. Simba Walker.
I'm just gonna remember Simba.
There we go.
Fuck, there was one more thing I was gonna say about. Oh, did you see one player that got not poached? We released him, but the Rosen one is now flying high in the ATL.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go.
Good signing for Atlanta, dude.
He could be Matt Ryan, right? Right?
Everyone's pretty down on Matt Ryan. I saw an article saying they should trade Matt Ryan, which I thought was a bold move, Cotton. But
how?
Well, they should have drafted a quarterback if they were going to move on from Matt Ryan, but they decided not to. So
it's one of those
articles. Arthur Smith has really good, I think, really good coach of the year odds, which I don't understand.
I would avoid that bet.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just like you shouldn't have. Whoever paid $1,000 for the Josh Rosen will be the 49ers starter week 1. It's just one of those bets. Just don't do it.
Yeah. Wall of shame.
We know what the second best team in the NFC South is going to be, right?
The Eagles.
Carolina Panthers. We're number 1.
I was going to say the Panthers.
Yeah, dude.
Claws, baby.
There we go. I was just trying to bait Matt into doing it.
Yeah, of course. It's always trying to bait Matt into getting it. All right. Well, I think that does it for Niners Nightly this week. So, Tom, it's your shining moment. It's time for Squawk Talk.
Try not to scream in the mic.
Yeah, all right.
Dude, are we the Anaheim Angels now? Is this?
Yeah, Angels in the outfield, dude. You just gotta believe. You just gotta believe.
Eagles in the outfield, dude. We're flying. Eagles flying on the road to victory. No, did you guys catch any of that preseason game? It was an enticing, thrilling adventure that I think was great primetime TV that the entire United States got to see.
How did Jalen do? Oh, wait.
He got a little no in the tum-tum, so he wasn't able to play.
Wasn't he dancing before the game?
Dude,
just having a good-ass time?
Yeah, he was having fun with normal warm-ups. No, it's super strange. Like, it was totally planned that he was going to start and play at least the first 2 series or something. Maybe the first 2 quarters. But that's where the Eagle conspiracy theory starts to come in.
I was going to say, is it fishy? Is it fishy?
A little bit.
Sus.
I don't know. Well, it's so weird. The media cycle is basically like, oh, the Eagles in the group practices with the Patriots, they were like, Eagles defense looked great. Eagles offense looked great. Like, they were going against the ones. Jalen Hurts was throwing fucking bombs, dude. And then we all hear about this great week of practice. Then the game happens, and it's like, oh, very suddenly he's out. And then Flacco doesn't play great. Fucking Mullins doesn't play great. The defense, which is a bunch of second and third stringers. I guess that was the thing. If we can get technical, you guys got very technical with the Niners.
Please
the
do.
Eagles, the Eagles, their front 7, which is like some of the best players on the Eagles as a whole are on their defensive line. Like, the Eagles finished like 3rd in the league in sacks last year, and they brought back a ton of guys and they drafted some more people, So that entire front 7, the starters did not play, but the linebacking core that's the starters played. The secondary core that is starters played. And so I just would have hoped we maybe would have played a little bit better with a lot of the ones out there, and second string guys need to get their time. But that first drive, I mean, any of the drives, but especially that first drive that Cam Newton did, he fucking went down the field and scored fast. And then we started out with the fucking backup center, fucking Tom Meeker, and that ball way over his fucking head, we're in high school. That was pretty tough, So hard to come back from that. It just felt like the second that ball went over Flacco's head and he was scrambling and then fumbled it, it was not going to be the night. So there's still a lot of optimism about what happens when Jalen Hurts actually plays. And this was a very quick injury, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Jalen Hurts hiding something, or is Sirianni hiding something from the fans? We don't know.
I'm just curious because, all right, if you have like a stomach virus, right? You're probably not dancing and like getting loose during pregame warmups. You're probably like, oh, like I'm stretching it out, but I don't feel that good, you know?
You got the Bee Gees, bro.
It sounded like Mike Garafolo of NFL Network said that he was loose, dancing, laughing, having a good old time. And then all of a sudden,
Sucking it up the other team.
Gone.
Yeah.
Did he take a dip and just like swallow the dip
You
on
go-
accident?
you go all dizzy.
That's
It's
circa high
like,
school math
I
now. Is that what we're
can't.
talking about?
Yeah. His palms got all sweaty, puked.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's like, oh, can't
Everyone's
handle
like, is he
it.
okay? Is he okay? No, he's fine.
It's
like
like-
a minute.
Yeah. It's got to be something like that, right? If you, yeah, like you said, dancing, having a good time, then just all of a sudden, just like, nope. Like, I guess you can kind of like get the shits or get like the bubble gut that quickly, but
It doesn't make
out
sense.
of
though.
There's more
nowhere?
warning than
There's-
that.
yeah, exactly. So
It
I don't
feels
know.
like there is definitely something else we don't know about, and we may never know realistically until the tell-all book, fucking whatever, or the coach and the fucking quarterback are both on the Colts again for 4
I was
years
talking
from now,
about
whatever the fuck, dude.
like the post-Hurts
Goddamn.
era book already.
Yeah, dude. It's already Sirianni. This
From a
this
second
volume's
week
starting now.
preseason
Yeah.
It's already getting dark, guys. It's getting dark out there.
But
But
tell all.
You were such a fucking Philly fan.
yeah, dude. We'll be fine, guys. We don't know. But they are gonna write books about this season. That's the maybe that's the real problem, is that I think that this is an important storyline that needs
We're
to be
gonna write
told.
books about what a disaster this season was.
Exactly. They'll tell the tale. They'll tell the tale.
Preseason week 2 about this. This is
We take it pretty seriously.
The
At least I do.
Sirianni era was a shit show.
Such a pivotal moment.
I don't feel I honestly I've been actually impressed with Sirianni overall. From where it started, I guess when you start that bad with your first press conference, where else can you go but
Yeah,
up?
what did he say? It was Dan Campbell-esque. What did
No,
he
it
say?
was dumber than Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell would just sound like a fucking psychopath. Sirianni sounded like he didn't know how to use words.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he say?
I don't remember, Matt. I don't
Okay,
remember
well,
when my
I-
new
I
head
don't know.
coach fucks
There
up
we go, hold
completely,
on.
but we can, yeah.
All right. While he pulls that up, who has been a camp or preseason like standout and or surprise? Like
So-
I am interested to see like what the young receivers have looked like or to hear that, but
I
who's
fucking
been, like, a
forget his
standout?
first name, and I'm a bad fan, but the Eagles drafted a defensive lineman, last name Milton, who they have been their very young defensive coordinator, and I'll learn everyone's names as the season goes on, so don't judge me. But they're using this rookie, and he's been playing basically edge rusher on certain packages, and then he plays D tackle to take over for Fletcher Cox, one of the best D tackles in the league. Legend, you know?
Yeah.
And so he'll jump in on certain downs to take over for Fletcher when Fletcher needs a break. And then when Fletcher's back in, he goes out to DN and then gets fucking sacks, dude. This guy's been playing fucking great. So he's been, and he's like a 3rd round pick, and Eagles are very high on him. He is looking awesome. So it feels good to have a versatile D lineman to add to what was already with Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, already a fantastic line. So the Eagles are even talking about like maybe trading one of their defensive linemen, just because, at least the talk is, because they're very deep there. They're very deep in that position. So
just so damn deep, we might get rid of somebody.
exactly, we got. But
well, you'll have systems in place, Tom, as Sirianni made apparent in his very first interview that he did.
If you guys,
I have the quote, and it's pretty bad.
Go for it, John. Read the quote.
You ready for this?
Squawk Talk, dude.
So this is the introductory. Keep in mind, this is the introductory interview for Coach Sirianni. He goes, "Next thing that's very important to me is that we build a smart football team. That we have a smart football team here, and I know we have the people in place to do that. The first part of being smart is knowing what to do. We're going to know. We're going to have systems in place that are easier to learn. All right, complicated to the defense or offense that they're going against, or the special teams group that they're going against, but easy for us to learn. Because when we can learn our system and we can get good at our system, then our talent can take over." So they're gonna
wow.
have systems, Tom.
True
for
that.
things
They're gonna have a lot of
and
systems.
stuff.
That reminds me of
Um,
Jim Topsula. He's like, first you have the scheme and you fit the players in, but then you flip it and you take the players to fit the scheme. Yeah.
Football coaches are the best at just saying a lot and nothing at the
nothing.
exact same time. It's insane.
I'm trying to find. So there's this. I should have saved it because it's so funny. Sirianni put up this giant banner in the Eagles practice facility that says something like teamwork, knowledge. It like has like it's a 5-point basically like plan of like everything they need to do or everything a good football team has. And it was like I really didn't pull it up because I think it's kind of cringy, but I remember reading it as like at least they have a plan, they know what to do, and they're gonna do it. So
There we go.
There has been a very, at least from everything I've been reading, there's been a positive vibe about this very young coaching staff that has a lot of stuff to prove. And basically, honestly, they're kind of playing with fucking house money right now. The only thing that would be terrible for this team is Jalen Hurts gets hurt or plays terribly. If he plays bad, that's about the worst case scenario. Everyone thinks they're going to lose. Everybody does. So, but we know the NFC Beast is, you never know.
They play in a really bad division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody say that, but
I haven't either.
I've heard a couple times.
I'm
maybe one specific person.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
It's
is
Tom.
Nick,
Tom's people. He
is-
says NFC.
you know.
is Nick Mullins going to make the team?
No.
He better.
No,
Okay.
really? Oh,
I
he
don't think
has
so, dude.
to.
It's like Flacco played bad, and then Nick Mullins played worse.
I've heard he's been trash.
It's been bad. They've been playing with like the other thing we all learned in this preseason game. The Eagles' depth is fucking awful too. If you guys felt great about the Niners' depth after watching your third stringers like play good defense, it's like I felt awful about our injury situation if our first stringer stopped playing because our depth did not look good. Did not look good.
Stats can be deceiving. Perfect example, but Nick Mullins, I think, through the first 16 starts of his career was like third all time in passing yards. Like he had like 4,000 yards for 16 starts of his career. Don't give up on that
He had
one.
Kyle Shanahan.
Dude.
No. Yeah.
It's all because he had Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, 100%. But
then he had a noodle arm and then hurt his shoulder. And it's probably even worse now.
Probably worse.
He doesn't look like he's having as much fun as he was on the Niners.
Good dude, though.
Seems like a great guy.
Yeah,
Great
guy, though. Great guy, though.
We'll see. I don't know. I haven't necessarily figured out who's going to be on the roster and not from the quarterback room, but
Skill positions are nice, I will say.
yep. That's
positions
so.
are
If there
nice.
is any big positive, so another camp standout is just Jalen Reagor did not have a very good start to training camp, and in the last couple practices, and not necessarily in game action, but there's like another catch that went on where he had some fucking Odell-esque jumping over the first string fucking Patriots cornerback. That was pretty awesome. So you got Quez Watkins, who did that awesome play in their first preseason game, got tons of speed, and then you got Devonta Smith, who in theory could be the best at one point, has the ceiling of being the best wide receiver in the league in a couple of years when he gets everything figured out. When he grows up a little bit,
Okay.
he was the best wide receiver in college football. That's the point. So he
Aren't
was the
they
best wide
all,
receiver in
though?
college football
Typically, they all
until
are.
the next one comes.
I would
up,
say
but
he could be a
he
true
won an
number one.
award, man.
Yeah, he
won an
could be a
award.
true number one. I think that's a good starting point for you
Yeah,
right now.
I think he could be a top 5 wide receiver in this league.
I think Dallas
Okay,
Goddard
okay.
will probably. He could move up to
Dude.
like a top 5 tight
We
end.
want to talk about the
Not
tight ends. That's a
football.
whole different thing, dude. So yeah, Zach Ertz is basically still around and has basically said goodbye to Philly like 4 times now.
Wow.
He doesn't know. Him and his wife were at the preseason game, and they still like treat every game like could be the last because in Philly, which they have this very fond connection with. So, but I guess in camp, Zach Ertz has been kind of tearing it up. He's been kind of like been a real nice safety blanket for Jalen, and he's been making some big plays. So, and why not? I think the Eagles. He's on his last year of his deal. He's got all the motivation to play well. Like, why not just have another weapon in your tight end room? And Goddard and Ertz love each other, from what I understand. So why not let the boys play and just kind of see how it goes? So I'm kind of excited.
How's Sanders look?
He's been looking good. He had some good plays. He played in the beginning of the game, in the preseason game, but I guess just he's got some turnover issues, I guess, is one big thing. So just kind of worried about the old fumbles. But we'll see. Some people really think Gainwell, another pick that the Eagles got in the draft, could potentially take over that role. But I really think that Sirianni's going to try and cycle that shit. The new momentum is running back by committee, and they've got a bunch of very young-ish, talented, very different style running backs. And so I think we're going to see a little bit of everybody. And if someone takes the lead and starts just rocking the shit, again, they're a team playing with house money, so they can just run with it. There's no expectation on who needs to play and do what. Who's doing well, that's who's going to play.
And again, wide open division.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Again, is Dak going to play this year? Is that going to be an issue?
I don't know, dude. I haven't watched Hard Knocks.
Worst strip of any.
No, I don't.
Dak's gonna
I don't even
play.
think we're talking about Hard Knocks this
enough,
week.
dude.
Yeah, it's
We're
Hard
talking about
Knocks.
the Dallas Cowgirl.
It's good.
Well, that came
Yeah,
out tonight
whatever.
too. Oh,
Yeah, we got a
I
new
get to watch
episode
Hard Knocks
tonight.
dude.
New episode tonight.
Check it out.
No drip Dak. Yeah, no thanks.
Did I had
Yeah.
my fucking
all black
fettuccine
shoes,
Alfredo?
looking like my deceased grandmother with the Velcro all blacks.
my biggest takeaway. All right, I'll do it very quickly.
Ragging on your deceased grandma's shoes, bro. Fucking cool it, dude. It's
Hardcore.
cool.
Real
hardcore, dude.
Rocking the Skechers shape ups.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's not her fault. They were on sale, dude.
My biggest takeaway from Hard Knocks, very quickly. Jerry Jones is a billionaire, but he puts his iPad on a stack of paper, 2 notepads, and a magazine or two. Hilarious.
Of course he would. He knows no other way.
Yeah.
He knows no other way.
Episode 2, Danuch and the Gooch. That's all I got. New episode tonight. Tune in. The
I
ratings
thought the
are
Gooch
bad.
thing was pretty funny. with
I thought the
Zeke.
Gooch was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wet Gooch, he's like, my farts are gonna be powdery, dude. Zeke just seems like a good guy.
But he
I
seems
hate him. Like I used to hate him.
man,
but
my
fuck.
Gooch is feeling dry. Like it's just like rubbing together, man.
I love the confidence in a man that can just admit that, though.
Yep.
Give me that baby powder, dude.
Yep, exactly.
Spent a lot of time in Afghanistan powdering my gooch, so that
There you go.
I can relate. So thank
Hell
you, Zeke,
yeah.
for bringing it to light. I just want to say thank you, Zeke, for bringing it to light. It's not, listen, anybody out
Normalize
there
it.
who has that dry gooch, just get a little powder on it. It'll change your life. All right. Just, that's all I'll say. I'm glad
Speak
somebody's out there fighting the good fight. You know what I mean?
You know? Wait. Now I'm just trying to think of a dumb hashtag to say that no one's going to use.
Dude, hashtag soggy bottom boys.
Soggy bottom boy. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. The old swamp ass, what he called it back in high school.
Exactly. Oh, well, holy shit, boys. We've been talking about football for an hour and 35 minutes. Let's talk a little baseball, boys. How about that?
And right now, Matt and John are going to give us their very rough demo cut. Maybe just the lyrics of the Orange and Black Yak intro song. Go ahead. Will.
Oh, here we go.
It's the Orange and Black bum 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 bum.
I knew
Hell
you'd fucking
yeah,
try it. I
boys.
knew you'd do it.
That shit's gonna
Song
hit
written,
yeah.
there
so
you go.
hard.
Song
It's
written,
gonna be
there you
sick.
go. Done. It's
Just
done.
wait,
hit
just
so
wait till we
hard.
record it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Work in progress.
And Black Yak.
Hey, I promise. Just give us work in progress, and that was off the top of the dome.
Off the
So
cuff,
imagine
off the cuff.
if we put
Yeah.
literally 2 seconds into it, it would be
Yeah.
way better than that.
Give
So
gonna be sick.
that's all off the top of the
It's gonna be
dome,
sick.
like right on the spot. But
these guys a
Dude.
couple hours. You get magic. Just like
Los Gigantes, baby, first to 80.
First to 80.
First to 80. Let's go. Cheers.
Go.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Up.
First
There
to
we
80.
go. All right.
Roast.
Now at
That's
81.
crazy.
81.
Now
81
81.
and 44.
They're
Yo,
also
tonight-
Oh
was-
no,
the
Javi
boys were
Baez is
hitting-
back. Francisco Lindor is back. Oh no,
Wait,
the Giants
so
aren't
hold
able
on.
to handle it.
I'm gonna get here
Fuck
first.
yeah,
Everybody
dude.
saw the tweet that I texted you guys, right?
Oh,
About
Javi Baez just
What
whiffing.
the fuck was
Oh, that
Javi
was
Baez
so
swinging
funny.
at?
Yes.
What
Yes.
in the world of
hilarious.
in the world of not seeing the pitch and not knowing what's coming, that ranks way up there for me because that was bad.
That was pretty bad.
That was so
God, and
bad.
Matt wanted that guy to be on the Giants at some point in the last 2 years. What a fucking idiot.
Well, now hold on.
Road.
I was gonna say we got our boy. We got Chris Giant.
Yeah.
We're all right.
I'm
go,
not
bro.
a Javi Baez guy. He is on base just terrible.
So
That
bad.
must be fun.
What a great
So-
example
he's
of
like,
that.
It's
What a great
sick.
example of
It's
that.
sick every fucking 30 games when he makes a flashy slide where he like swims over the tag or something. But He has like a
Yikes.
268 OBP. in
Oh
his
my
last 3
God.
years.
Well, that's what I'm
Just
saying.
terrible.
The
That is
guy is strikeout or
atrocious.
home run. He's strikeout or home
Opposite
run.
of
And
Giants
the last
baseball.
guy that we
The opposite.
Yeah. The last guy we know I mean, not even strikeout or home run is like, I mean, fuck. I don't even remember the last Barry Bonds, and he would just get walked. So
True.
he was insane.
Barry Bonds
Like,
didn't strike out.
not at all. That's what I'm saying.
He
was
had
just
a much
walker
better
home run,
on base
home run.
percentage.
So
Yeah.
couldn't relate.
Barry
to
Bonds had a
Avi fans, sorry.
600 on base percentage
Career,
in
right?
2004.
We can go down
Wow.
that path. We can go down how historic Barry Bonds
Barry Bonds
was.
literally video game numbers. But
Yeah, no, I would be happy to talk about how great Barry Bonds is and put all the haters to fucking, like, just please stop talking.
Put him
about
to
because
bed.
The dude's one of the best hitters of all time. You can't.
I got-
convince me
Sleepy
otherwise.
time.
I was
Put him to
all right. So there was actually, not to get too far off the current orange and black, but I got like a little bit stoned like a few weeks ago.
Dude.
What, Matt?
Whoa!
Matt,
It's not
what is
legal.
this?
All right.
Matt, that's illegal.
I was like watching some videos, some Barry Bonds
That's not
highlights,
okay.
and I was just like, he was like just astronomically like better than anybody who's ever played. Probably.
Yeah.
Not kidding. Like he was so unimaginably better than anybody you can think of that plays today.
Yeah.
And it's
I-
kind of
hands
baffling to
Yeah.
look back at and be like, he was literally a god playing
Dude.
baseball.
Like
Absolutely.
remember how nuts people were going when it was Kyle Schwarber was just hitting bombs, right? The Schwarber bombs. That was Barry Bonds the entire season
Yeah.
for multiple
If you
years.
pitched to Barry Bonds every at bat, that's what would have happened
Yes.
More
every
so.
Yes.
fucking season.
Yep.
More so.
Yep.
People don't touch Barry Bonds. I was thinking about that the other day, just about how, like, in today's game, how far fetched, like, even just 73 home runs seems. Like how ridiculous that number is in today's game, and just like when Barry Bonds was playing, like, that was attainable. Like, the dude
And
was just
Not just that, he set the home run record and set the walks record that same year.
like,
Yep. They
Well,
tried to
he got
walk him
walked
out of it. Yeah.
In 2004, he got walked just an asinine amount of times.
that. But so
His on base was 609.
Oh my God.
He
Wow.
struck out 41 times the whole season.
How many at bats? You got
He
how
got
many at bats for all these
He got
things?
intentionally walked 120 times.
Oh my
my
God.
He only had 373 at bats, 617 plate appearances. So that shows you how much he got walked.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
A third of the
God.
times he
he
was
got walked
walked.
232 times.
Over
He could have
two-thirds of the
done
time.
100 home runs that
Yes.
season.
If they
100%.
pitched to him.
If they
Yeah.
pitched to him.
Can you
Holy
imagine how many
shit.
home runs he would have?
232 times.
Almost over two-thirds of his plate appearances he was walking.
He got walked 2,558 times in his career.
That's got to be a record.
I'm sick.
By
It
a
is, right? It
thousand.
is a record, right?
It is.
By 1,000.
He got intentionally walked 688 times in his career.
And back in those days, they had to actually throw all 4 pitches.
Yeah.
So what a waste of everyone's time.
Dude, I just remember if there was a runner on second and 1 out,
Oh, he's going to first.
and
Oh, yeah.
everyone's booing, he's nodding the bat, just half-heartedly.
Yeah, dude. Here
letting
we
him
go
do it.
again. Yeah.
He was, I don't know, he was just out of this world good.
I just looked up a funny weird stat. So I just looked up the overall ranking for most walked players of all time. So Barry Bonds, as you said, 2558. The next player below him, 2190, Ricky Henderson. So that's what a difference of
On-base machine.
about 400, right?
And he played till he was like 46.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Played
Right?
forever.
So if you go down the top 10 list, if you go from number 2 all the way to number 10, number 10 is Frank Thomas at 1667. So the difference between number 10 and number 2 is about 500, and the difference between number 2 and number 1 is also about 500.
Jesus.
That's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
crazy. That is insane.
They had no answers.
None.
No answers back then.
None.
Just put him on base.
Wow.
Dude,
wow.
it's a shame that he doesn't have 3,000 hits. He has 2,935.
I was just going to bring
But
up
the
Miggy.
amount of times that
Devastating.
the bat was taken out of his hand is just unbelievable.
was actually just going to bring up Miggy too.
It's a good transition to Miggy.
Yeah. because good for that guy. I'm super stoked.
Hall
that
of
he's
Fame,
gonna go
right?
do
We
this
all are in
shit.
agreement.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100% Hall of Fame.
100%.
Oh, gotta be.
Triple crown winner. No one will
Yep.
probably ever do that again. I don't know if anybody will ever. So he's going to be, I found this stat that he is going to join once he gets his 3,000th hit in like a week. The 3,500 home run, 3,000 hit, 500 home run, 300 average.
There'll be
Result-
three.
And the other two are Hank Aaron and Willie Mays.
Wow.
Is his
You gotta
lifetime
go to the
average
Hall.
above 300?
Yeah. I think
That's
Pujols
fucking
did
nuts.
have a career average of 300 when he got to 3,000. He just went below. So
Yep.
He's kind of an asterisk there, but
still a Hall of Fame, right?
Insane
We're
company.
talking about some
That's what I'm
unreal
saying.
players
Yeah.
here.
yep.
That all four of those players are all just like insane names to talk about in the same breath. And so Miggy deserves it. Such a great player for the game. Just such a great player overall. I've never seen him on any team that I didn't just go, oh yeah, I love that guy. So
If you're building a top 10 players of like the 2000s and 2010s, he's got to be on it.
has to
100%.
Yeah. And I don't think he wasn't underrated, but he was on the Marlins and the Tigers. So I think it's just one of those things where he goes a little bit underappreciated.
I agree. And he's one of the most fun players. Like he's always like joking around with guys on first base, like pulling pranks on him, pulling their batting. Like I saw a highlight of him pulling Ohtani's batting gloves out of his pocket the other day, and it's like he's old and he's still just having a fucking blast, man.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Loves the game.
Loves the game.
That's
Loves
why
loves the
playing baseball.
game.
That's why Adrian Beltre was one of my favorite players.
Yep.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Just fun-loving guys.
a
Actually,
blast.
those two together, I think it was them, where like Beltre's on third or on first. He's like doing a little sack tap.
No, but those are those boys that you just like genuinely love to watch. Is the dudes who are out there having a great time. They play the game because they love it. It's just second nature to them. It's so carefree and so easy to them, and it's so much fun to watch. I love watching players like that, dude. It just makes me love the game even more.
And for several years, he was a 335 bombs at least, just lock it in.
He's a monster. He's an absolute monster.
Any team would kill for a player like that. Such consistency.
Model of consistency for sure.
Absolutely.
I bet his career average is well above 300.
Really? Well above?
311.
God damn.
Investigate it.
Dude, how many? I'm just gonna because I want to ask, how many plate appearances has Miggy had in his career and still maintain a 311 average?
10,873.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
Career OPS of 922. Career on base of 388, and that's like counting his declining years, because he's been hanging on for a little bit.
Well, that's the thing.
Dude,
To have
wow.
over 10,000 plate appearances and you're still at a 311 is a fucking hell of a career. Hell of a career.
Insta Hall.
He hit
Insta Hall guy.
he hit 344.
Absolutely.
Has to be.
344 in 2011, 330 in 2012, 348 2013, 338 2015. Nuts.
Nutty.
First ballot.
Absolutely.
Hall of Fame.
Nutty.
100%. We're all there.
Has to be.
We're all there.
I'm in it.
Well, boys, we talked a little bit about baseball.
Wait, real quick though.
Oh,
I
you
want
got
one
it.
more thing.
Take it.
Yastrzemski's the first guy to hit 20 bombs on this fucking bombing team. Is that correct there?
And he missed a lot of time.
He missed
He
a
did.
lot of time, and he's got a bad average.
Same with
Talking about
Bell.
average. Yeah, dude.
He's got 19. He missed a lot of time.
Got
Like
two
Lamont
tonight,
Wade's
dude.
also like in the top 5 of the team in homers too, and he's
got
only
17,
Crawford
doesn't he?
hasn't got 20 yet?
He's at 19.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So
I
they
feel like-
might have 5 or 6
might have
guys
5
that
guys.
go
Yeah.
to 20.
I was like,
Fucking
because
hot.
Crawford was
Fucking hot.
raking back earlier in the season.
I do like that.
Still
I
is
like-
he just didn't hit the long ball as much.
I know he's got some great games.
But he's
average-wise.
still
Yeah.
hitting though. Yeah.
And some dude, get that guy up there with the bases loaded every time.
He's hitting 300.
Every time.
All right, you know what? Before we finish
True.
the MLB talk, a lot of talking heads are still saying the Dodgers are going to win the NL West. What's up with that?
They're all a bunch of pussies.
Hey, you're the one that has blue lights on in the back of your room.
It's supposed to be
During-
purple. It's supposed to be
Oh,
purple.
okay.
'cause we're
All
not
right,
talking about
all
Kings,
right.
so I was trying to leave it that way. But
All right, you can leave it that way. Leave it. It's
it was
purple.
the Kings
It's
talk.
purple.
It was the Kings talk thing. Well, you're right. It looks very blue now. Very blue now. Now you say that. I'm switching.
I think Tom said it best.
Yeah.
A bunch of pussies.
Just a pussies. Bunch of pussies.
And I think it's just
down in LA.
the talent on the Dodgers on paper.
The payroll of the Dodgers.
Yep.
Big baseball doesn't want to be wrong that
Hurricane
the Giants
Camille
don't have
coming
anybody on their team.
uneducated take.
Hurricane Camille coming in hot. Always trust the talking heads. She'll be our resident Dodgers fan, except for Spivey.
Yeah.
Because she's an LA girl through and
That's
through.
just what big payroll wants you to think.
All I'm saying is that
John,
big baseball doesn't want to be wrong. All these people early on were talking about how the Giants have a bunch of no-name players on the team, and it's just going to be a kind of like buffer year for the Giants, and we're going to just figure some things out with some pieces. And then all of a sudden, this team of no-names comes in and just plays some really fucking solid ball because they all vibe with each other, and Farhan has paid attention to all the little details that nobody else is paying attention to. And we find all these gems, all these deep cuts that just continue to produce for us. And we're vibing on some really good baseball right now. I love that all these people are mad because they're just like, well, but the Dodgers put money into their team and have stars, players that should pay.
Cool.
off.
Very cool.
It's like, okay, yeah, sick. That's dope. But we have dudes that like didn't get a chance on their, respective teams. And now they're over here getting their chance to play major league ball on a day-to-day basis. And they're going like, it's a classic Vegas Golden Knights situation going on right now. Let's go. And we have a lot of people who are on prove it deals that are just going, look, I'm tired of y'all not giving me my respect. And I'm going to go out here and I'm going to play some really fucking solid baseball right now. And we're getting that. Alex Wood, he's 10-4 with a 4 ERA. We've got a Disco is fucking pitching some really good right now. Gosman will figure it out. I still have faith in the guy.
Yeah. On the IL today, right?
Did he?
Just some COVID side effects from the vaccine.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was? Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
Okay, vaccine.
He's on the COVID list,
But I'm just saying, we got a bunch of dudes that are on some not necessarily prove it deals, but also some dudes that are now getting a chance to play their best ball. I mean, we could start with Yaz just getting out of the Baltimore farm system and comes over here and has some of it sucks that he's in his 30s because that dude would have been a fucking all-star
killer.
But I'm just saying the Giants are playing some really vibey baseball right now because they're all just a bunch of dudes who are having fun in the locker room. And now we have Chris Bryant. Jesus.
Logan Webb also has the best ERA in baseball since May.
Yeah, that's awesome. Rockland Zone.
This is what I'm talking about.
Hometown hero.
If you guys, I had this conversation at work today, but so the Dodgers payroll is $256 million this season. Giants payroll is 158 or something.
Wow.
Like 100 million less.
It's still at least top 10 though, Giants.
There was
that's the funniest part.
The Giants still have a pretty high payroll. It's
talk about
they're not the fucking Tampa
But you
Rays.
ready for this? Hold on. I can pull this up.
Some nutty
I believe
shit.
really quick. Here's some crazy stats, just really quick for you guys. So Farhan, and in the ads that he have, I'm going to give you names and I'm going to give you stats here real quick. Darren Ruff, 14 home runs, 941 OPS. Yaz, 20 home runs. Desclafani, 3.26 ERA. Lamont Wade, 17 homers, 853 OPS. Alex Wood, 10-4 with a 4 ERA. McGee, a 2.6 ERA, 28 saves.
July reliever of the month.
Wilmer, 15 home runs, and Solano, Donnie Barrels, baby, 732 OPS. For all of those players, every single one of them, we're paying $19.5 million.
Wow.
Some notables that are making more than that per year. Mike Trout makes an average 37.1 per year. Jason Hayward, injured, 23.5 million.
That's bad.
Charlie Blackmon, 21.3. Josh Donaldson, 21 million. Kenley Jansen, 20 million.
Horrible.
Eric Hosmer, 20 million.
Horrible. Wow.
Boys. Look at the production
now too.
Well,
look at the prove it.
What Tom was saying. All right. So the parallel too about buying your team and the reason that 60 game seasons are fucking bullshit is that the Padres were in it 60 games through, but when it starts to pan out, what are they? 13 back?
Yep.
Something
They're
like that.
off completely.
That's why I don't want to be totally disrespectful to the Dodgers because they did win the World Series, but
they were hot.
It's just like it's a fucking 60 game series.
Not a real
or a 60 game season.
series.
It's just, I mean, I don't want to be a dick and say that because if the Giants want to,
I'm okay
No,
Yeah, exactly.
but,
It's
you know,
real. It's real.
But it just
No,
does
the
show you
Dodgers
that,
were
like,
hot.
Was
an
the
actual
only World
stretch of
Series
a
won.
162 game season, and the Giants are still fucking here
Dodgers were hot.
at the
We
end of
still here.
August. Still here.
Still here.
Padres were in it after 60 games. They're not here.
They gone.
Bye-bye.
They gone.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just
saying.
saying.
Just
I'm just saying.
saying.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.
Look, I'm just saying.
Just
I'm just saying. Plus, also, when you look at, I don't know, if we want to take it even a step further than that, you start looking at like the River Cats roster that pops up every now and again. And
Popping
oh
up.
my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Dude.
That is a
Even the Cats look
stacked
great.
team.
Stacked.
Well,
dude.
Giants too. I heard Mike Krukow got super amped on this too. He's like, all these Giants players, like, yeah, fucking rank them second, rank them third, whatever.
It's even
That's
better.
a chip on the shoulder. Because
Yep.
you know what? These guys all have one. Buster Posey, you're too old. Chip. Brandon Crawford, you're too old. Brandon Belt, you're too old. Chip. Longoria, you're too old. Chip. Every single pitcher on the starting staff does not have a deal right now besides Logan Webb. Chip, 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 chip.
Yep. Yep. Just keep talking
All
shit.
chips.
Keep
Yeah.
talking
That's what I'm
shit.
saying.
More,
And like guys like
more
Lamont
chips
Wade,
than a
like,
Lay's factory, baby.
Hungry dogs run faster. That's all
Mike
they do.
Yastrzemski, you didn't get to make your MLB debut until you got to San Francisco. Chip.
Yep.
Alex Dickerson, Padres cast you off because you were too injured all the time. Chip. Lamont Wade, no one believed in you till you were 27 years old. Chip. Like
Top
These guys-
down.
these guys got
the
it.
list goes on and on.
The best-
everybody.
Yeah. The best
Everybody.
meme I saw
Who
recently
does
is it was
Chris
like,
Bryant, maybe. That's the
Yeah.
only guy like.
yeah, well, I
oh,
could see that. Like your team.
You
was just
won
doing
one
a,
World Series.
team was doing
Chris
a fire
Bryant. You
sale,
couldn't do
but-
it again.
Your
Yeah.
team was doing a fire sale, but you also, I bet you have a chip on your shoulder whenever
You had
get
a
traded.
terrible month of
yeah.
Dude,
June.
And also Chris Bryant was on a team that won the World Series and everyone thought it was going to be a dynasty with the players on that team.
and he won
then-
an MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how soon has it all gotten blown up? And he
Yeah.
was supposed to be the guy on that team. So that's a chip.
I think, yeah, if you get traded, your whole, it's not like it has nothing to do with him, but it's just your team does a fire sale, all your boys got traded, and then you got traded. Chip, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
easily.
Love it, dude.
Love it. I saw.
Love it, dude.
I saw
I don't
something
care
on Twitter.
how well Trey Turner slides. I don't give a shit.
It ain't that
I don't give
sexy.
a shit.
It's not that cool.
It ain't
It's not
that
that
bad.
cool. It was.
I
it
don't
was-
care that Max Scherzer's got two different color eyes.
kinda
It looks
cool,
almost
though.
mystical.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty
Well,
cool.
fuck that guy. Am I right? boys? Fuck that guy, right?
I can't say that, but
He loves him too much. He loves him too
Matt
much.
loves him. Matt
He does,
crushes
yeah.
on him so hard.
I do.
That's fair. He's a
Um,
crushable guy. That's fair.
he is. Best thing I saw on Twitter is the Giants.
Crushable guy. He's a crushable
Giant-
guy.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but I'm gonna get this Twitter thing out if it fucking kills me because I've been trying to say it for the last 20 minutes. But
Go ahead.
I saw the Giants as the Sandlot team and the Dodgers as the shitty guys that roll up and just talk shit, and it's like that is exactly the dynamic that these two teams have.
It's
It's
the vibe
100%.
I want to.
yep,
It's
the,
vibe
the
I
little
want for
league
this
team versus the ragtag kids playing at the local public course. I love it. I love
I
it.
hear that song
100%.
in my head already. The classic.
Dan it,
Bum,
dan-
bum, bum, bum. It's in my head
right when they're
now
rolling
they
up.
all-
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
So good. So good. Alrighty, boys. Last but not least, I think we're gonna do a fun new segment
Oh.
that we are gonna. It's gonna be a reoccurring segment, not every single week.
I didn't miss it.
No, you did not miss it, my guy. You are here. Everybody prepare your documents. We are gonna do 1-star Yelp reviews for stadiums this week.
Let's go.
So we will be doing 1-star Yelp reviews for other themes this week. The inaugural week will be stadiums. So who is eager? Who wants to kick it off?
I feel like
I can
potentially in the
start too,
text thread, I talked a high game about where I'm going to try and walk you boys through tonight. So
That sounds like a
it,
finale.
you got it,
That sounds
John?
like a
You ready?
finale.
Yeah,
If you want to
I mean,
start,
maybe-
if you want to start, take it.
it doesn't matter.
I
to
can
me.
start
will-
too.
Cool.
I'm
Tom, you
the
said it,
least
go for it.
confident in mine, so I should start so we can build up from there.
Tom,
you know.
let's send it, kid.
All right. So I'm gonna take you down. To a nice little town called Anaheim. All right. Because I was just trying to think about when we were doing this. What's like the shittiest stadium that's still open because the Coliseum's gone?
Dodger
it's not
Stadium.
still there. It's definitely still there. But the football one. So the Angel Stadium, I've seen it live. I haven't actually been to a game at the Angel Stadium, but I remember I took like a train trip. I was going to Disneyland or something, and I saw the stadium. It just looks like kind of a shithole out in the middle of nowhere, a huge parking lot around it. So I got a couple for you. So I'm just going to get into it here. All right, Richard Eller, 1 star. Terrible place, visit, inadequate sanitation facilities and parking lot. So I brought an RV to have a toilet, and they charged me $200 to park my RV in a baseball parking lot. Who does that? I'm gonna go take a shit in my RV. That's how bad I want to have my own toilet. No way to win. This needs to be addressed by city or other government agencies. This would never be tolerated in other situations. Fucking Angels.
I have a question.
All right,
Hold on.
go ahead,
I have a
go ahead.
question. If once you go in the game, they're not going to let you go out and shit and come back to the game.
His thought process of
Which
the
is
bathrooms are so bad.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
which is
I'm gonna
ridiculous.
park my RV in a parking lot that's filled up. It's like no one should park an RV at a fucking baseball game. You're taking up way too many spots. No wonder they should have charged you $500, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking prick. Jesus Christ. All right. I wasn't trying to give too much.
Wait,
commentary.
how are we doing this? Are we going like
I've got, so that's the longest
Is
one.
everyone
The rest
reading?
are
Oh,
all
I'm
short.
down to do one. Like everybody does one,
yeah.
unless John, you have like an experience. It sounds like prepared.
No, I'm down to go. Too.
Okay.
I'm
All
I got a
right.
bunch of
cool with that.
smaller ones. You want me to pass it along or should I keep going?
Pass it along.
Pass it along. All right. Go ahead, Matt. What's yours?
All right. For this one, I'm going to go to AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, boy.
And CG from Schurz, Texas was just irate. The stadium does not serve Coke. How silly. They only serve Pepsi. Why? What are all the Wild Turkey and Coke, Jack Daniels and Coke, rum and Coke drinkers supposed to drink at the Cowboy game? Jerry Jones is too money hungry and doesn't think about the fans. Shameful! Three exclamations. I don't plan on returning to see a Cowboy game. Jerry Jones has to take all the fun out of it. The stadium is also a terrible location, unlike the original Cowboy Stadium. I will watch the boys on TV so I can enjoy my Coke beverages. And why Pepsi? No one I know drinks that brand of soda. Sheesh. 2 stars.
Sheesh. 2
2
stars.
stars.
Wow.
2 stars.
Wow. At least they had
impressed.
cola. Maybe that's why they got the 2
Yeah,
stars.
yeah.
All right, round robin. John, you want to hit it?
Jerry's.
Oh,
personal
I'd be happy to go next. Boys, allow me to bring you in to Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York, where
Oh.
after further investigation, the fans feel as if the stadium might just miss the mark in a lot of different areas. Let me bring you in real quick. Unfortunately for me, as this is my first, investigative reporting, I kept my sources anonymous. So these reviews are going to be anonymous right now. But the first one that I have is BS. Threw away 3 unopened packs of smokes. Apparently, smoke-eating is illegal in America. This is just some real crazy stuff. Have you ever heard about people throwing away smokes or trying to sneak 3 packs of smokes into a game? Buffalo Bills fans are definitely into partying. That's what I'm starting to figure out.
They rage, dude. Bill's Mafia, dude. They
I had to-
fucking chiefing them like fucking.
probably. I mean, once you get them in, no one's gonna stop you,
You
right?
got a good team now,
Unless
Buffalo.
you're
Just
around a bunch of
let's try
smokers.
something else, dude.
Hey, some of these, I promise you, I actually have one from early Buffalo too, when it was not so good Buffalo. That's actually kind of a funny one. But I'll do that one. I'll do that one next. I got
All
you
right.
next.
All
Pass
right,
it
deal.
around.
All right,
I
let's
passed
see.
it to Colby.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna take you guys on a trip to Oracle Park, which is, as we know, the San Francisco Giants' home stadium.
A holy place.
Former AT&T Park. You can see it right here behind me. So Mo E said, "Not a park. No slides or swings. Me and my
There's a
dog.
slide.
Me and yeah, there are slides actually inside the
dude,
Coke
fuck
bottle.
yeah, there are.
Very true. So this guy's an idiot. But he said, me and my dog were forcibly removed after 1 minute of playing on the field. Me and Spot will definitely not be returning to Oracle Park."
Oh, man.
Not
All right,
a park.
Tom. Not a park. So this guy brought his dog
No
in-
slides.
anticipating
No
a
slides.
park and clearly found a baseball stadium and did
No
not find the
slides.
slides and typecast it as not a fun place without slides when in fact it had slides. So do your research,
the
Mo.
time.
Do your research, Mo.
All right. So I'm gonna just because all the ones I have left are very rapid fire. So I'm gonna hit you with 5 rapid fire.
Let's go. I'm
one-star
down.
reviews from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. First one, Michael Russo. First time there, and the doggone game got rained out. 1 star.
Rough.
Gabriel Hernandez. Place sucked. Everyone's a douchebag. 1 star. Then we got here
Fair.
Frank Beans. I was afraid
Frank
to catch hepatitis again. 1 star.
Again.
Carlos Libia. They don't have mayo. 1 star. And then our final one, Luke Van Ginkel. I hate baseball. 1 star. Angels
boy.
fan. Also, sidebar, there's about 1 billion Dodgers fans that just gave it 1 star, said, I'm a Dodgers fan, gotta do it.
Yeah, I saw that at Oracle Park as well.
Wait.
Same shit.
Fucking
All
cool,
of
dude.
those were Angel Stadium.
Yeah, that was all Angel Stadium. 100%. 100%.
That's amazing.
Did you also say that guy's name was Frank Beans?
Beans. Frank Beans.
Like
Has
as like
hepatitis.
like
Confirmed.
as in like Franks and beans, like beanies and weenies, Franks and beans.
All right, dude. All right, calm down, Pepe Sylvia. Don't
All
put
right,
it
yeah,
together,
I'm
okay?
pulling all the dots
Jesus
together,
Christ.
dude. All right, Maddie, what do you got?
All right, we're gonna go to Levi's Stadium, home of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna read it how it's written.
Oh,
This
I,
is-
I hope you have the
It's gonna
same
be a
one.
struggle.
It's-
It's gonna be a
it's
struggle.
Ariana P from McAllen, Texas.
Oh.
The place is amazing. It is a huge stadium and the ambience is great. But the food sucks. Service sucks. We ordered 6 USD fries and they were from 3 days ago. Horrible. And it took you 15 minutes to get a drink. A whole quarter. Really? I'm from Texas and that does not happen there. You need to keep it up, Callie. 1 star.
Wow.
You need to keep it up.
I like that she's like, place is amazing. Great ambience.
Great ambience.
Food.
Awful. At least they
But
sell
the
Coca-Cola,
food.
right?
This one's Lumen Field, Seattle Seahawks. Gotta love how you stand like hundreds of other fans and are singled out and asked to sit down. Yet the people who complained are allowed to stand. Have you people really been to a football soccer match before? You're sitting behind me BSing more than watching the game, yet I'm in the wrong? Seriously shitty. 1 star.
Seriously
Seriously
shitty. That's the
shitty.
best line of them
Yeah,
all.
that's great.
That's seriously shitty.
Oh, I'm the bad guy? 1 star.
The man's just trying to stand and cheer for his team. You know, I can relate to that.
Uh, State Farm Stadium, Arizona Cardinals, Claire B. So
Oh,
this
let's
for all
go.
the ladies, just know this going in. This is a sexist stadium with bullshit policies where women can't bring in wallets. Just know if you're a woman trying to go to an Arizona Cardinal game, no wallets.
No wallets allowed.
No
Sorry.
wallets.
You cannot.
Public
bring
service
them in.
announcement. Do not bring your wallet to Phoenix, ladies. They will persecute you.
And then my last one will also go back to AT&T Stadium where Ason, I don't know.
Ass
said-
on.
Ass on. They played an awful techno remix of TNT by AC/DC. Don't ever disrespect rock and roll royalty like this ever again. 1
God,
star.
Get
that
off
that
your
does
fucking
sound
high
kind of
horse,
shitty.
dude.
I don't want to hear that either.
Brutal.
Real bad.
ACDC is untouchable. Don't you dare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That shit.
Don't dare you, dude. Don't
They have the
fucking
dare
dare
best
you. You know he's
drummer
a-
in all of rock and roll.
You know he's
Christ.
a boomer too, when there's like any electronic element, he calls it techno.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
Techno.
What is this?
techno.
Techno.
No way.
Disco nonsense.
All right, Johnny boy, what else you got from Buffalo?
All right, I got kind of a deep cut from. Well, it's not a deep cut. It's actually pretty recent past. But I thought the quote was pretty nice. It's nice for the Patriots to have a place outside Foxborough for a promised win every year, but the product brought forward by this decrepit team is lacking and sad. Might as well tell your children there is no Santa, then have them witness there is no God, except Tom Brady in Buffalo.
Have them witness there is no God. I want to read this guy's blog, dude. Let me see it.
Oh,
That
I
guy
hope
was
this guy.
just-
I
that
hope he
guy
lives
was
a
at the-
happier life now, dude.
Well,
His team is better now.
It's had to have got a lot better for that guy, but
Hopefully, man.
at that point, literally probably like 3 years ago, he was at the end of his rope. There is no God in Buffalo.
He was watching Trent Edwards do play quarterback.
Who's
Yeah.
the quarterback that retired after the last game of the season on the Bills? A guy like literally left the stadium and never
Oh
talked
no,
to
that
anyone.
was Vontae Davis.
Oh.
Corner.
Oh, he left and
Wow.
just they
That's
never saw
Vernon
him
Davis's
again.
brother, yeah. He quit at halftime.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Oh my God.
yikes.
Jesus.
Are we? Do we want to fire off the rest of our?
I would say, no, I'd say go ahead
Hit
and
'em
fire
all
off the
if you got
rest of
some.
yours, and then I'll finish off mine too.
All right,
Smoke
so
them if you got them.
I have a couple more then. So the one of the ones that I have it. Oh my God, I forgot how long this one was. All right, I've got one more then. And it's kind of borderline on what Matt was saying. Is I'm gonna read it as it's written, and I
course.
just thought it was funny the way that it's written. All right, here we go. Bear with me. All right. I hate the experience I had wasn't in the less bit. The prices are way too high for food and in personal stuff. Didn't know about not being able. Bring lighters was forced to throw it out. Stuff you're rude about it.
Oh my God. Is there a period in that sentence at all?
No, there's not.
It's not a
There's
run-on
not a-
sentence. That's a sprint-on sentence, dude. That sentence did a lap plus.
I don't understand how you have a stroke on a keyboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally gonna make
Oh
that
my God.
Oh, I could. Tom, there's not a period in sight.
Oh.
There's not a comma in sight.
Oh.
Everything's spelled incorrectly. I'm just glad that the first and the last letter are the same, so I can make out what the word is supposed to be. Oh my God!
Oh,
I just thought
shit.
I thought literally I wanted to hear your response, but that's literally what I thought. I was like, I feel like if I read this, I'm having a stroke. Like it's just. But yeah, I'm gonna cap it at that. That one was.
Oh fuck, that's good.
Dude, Bills fans are
Good one.
something else. Let me just tell you, there was a bunch of good ones to pick from.
All right, I got a couple here. So I got one from Corey C at AT&T Stadium. Once again, Cowboys. It's a very quick one. The elevators suck ass. Brad was an average elevator attendant, but regardless, horrible elevators.
He was pretty average. Elevators were way worse.
Brad was okay.
Yeah, Brad was all right. He made the experience better, but fuck the
Fuck the
elevators.
elevator, dude.
I mean, he was average. He
Yeah.
wasn't like anything above it.
Yeah.
but
He
He
was
did his
average.
job. He was
Yeah.
adequate.
He pressed the
It's your
button. It was good.
basis for elevator attendants.
What's your scoring
He's
rubric for
rating
elevators?
the
What
elevators.
the fuck? Was it too fast, too slow, too bumpy? Like, what are we talking about, dude? Did you get trapped in it? Like, how can your elevator experience be that bad?
Buttons were not pushed in an adequate time.
Yeah.
Music
I
was
noticed.
bad.
I noticed he didn't press the closed door button. -1 star.
Dude, if someone took a shit in the elevator you were in, like there was a shit when you walked into it, I could see that as a 1 star. You
Yeah.
know, like that's pretty bad. But
Oh.
what's the problem here?
All right, I got another one. I got another one.
Yelper, dude.
I got one from Scott.
Like what could that guy have done to like be
Dude.
above average?
What, hand you a chocolate or something? What? Like,
Poor Brad, just average.
He's average. He's so fucking average.
That guy already hates it that he's an elevator attendant.
Yeah.
And he has to go home and read a Yelp review that, like, yeah, dude, you're not really doing a good job. being an elevator.
honey, I guess I was average at my job today. Says the
Oh my
internet.
God.
Like,
Massive
okay.
Cowboys fan and just has to sit in the elevator the entire time. Brutal. brutal.
Oh my god, that's so
Oh.
funny.
Like,
Fucking
what do you do?
Brad.
I work for the Cowboys. Oh, so you get to see the game like every.
No.
Yeah. You can
You
see
know.
it. I don't know.
When the door opens, I get to see the score.
I get to watch the TV from the bar.
Average
I'm
job.
there. I'm there.
Yeah.
And drunk Texans always complain about the lack of Johnny Walker every time I'm in there.
Oh my god.
And
You guys
the
have
only
any fucking Coke in
downside,
here?
yeah, I was gonna say the
You got any
downside
Coke
is
here?
I can't get a Coke. Downside is I can't get a Coke.
Pepsi? Really?
God.
All right, so I got one from Scott L on Levi's Stadium. Bringing it home, boys.
There you go,
Once
bring it all
again,
back.
this is going to be a classic. Read it as it was written. So here we
Good
go.
luck. Good luck. God bless.
I heard they don't even try to help with Lost and Found. ... Dicks. Wait. ... Dicks. Parenthesis. Open parenthesis. It would be cool if they helped us get an iPhone back with a lot if baby pics. ... Space. No help at all. ...
What? How many words are even in there? I can't even tell.
Dude, so many D's, so many I's, so many C's, an open parenthesis, a lot of K's, and a lot of S's. Oh.
Wait. I actually want to read one more because
Yes, please.
this one's not as good as those, but I liked it because it was like about the Panthers stadium, but Mr. P was just like, if I could give them a negative stars, I would. I don't understand how and or why this is a team. Everything about the Panthers is horrible. Let me start off by saying that the team itself is shit. Now, let me say that the fans are no better than drunken piles of garbage.
Oh my God.
1 star.
1 star. I love that he says,
Oh
let me
my
say, like
God.
someoff holding him back.
Let me
say
start off by
this.
saying the
Let me
team
say-
by
let me
itself
say
is
this.
just shit.
It's just shit.
Let me also say that the
No,
fans are
Martha,
also
I'm
shit.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, Martha.
Hold
I
on,
need
let
to
me say
it.
this. Let me say this.
Also,
Everybody.
Also, Michael C at the Dallas. This one's just kind of sad. He said at AT&T Stadium said, "Service here stinks. No beers or food delivered to the 400 sections. People constantly getting up to go get food and drinks. Spent half the game getting up and down to let people buy, and nobody came by for the 50-50 raffle."
Oh no.
God
no.
damn it.
Devastating.
That was my day. I was
You
gonna-
know that guy was like when it was up on the jumbotron was just like oh yeah.
He's so excited.
He's like,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
That guy really didn't leave a
raffle.
seat because if you walked around even for a second, someone
That's
would
it,
have asked
Linda.
him.
I'm gonna yelp about it.
Yeah. No 50-50
I'm doing
raffle.
it right
I didn't
here.
have a
I'm doing it right
chance.
here.
They don't
This
even
is
take my
bullshit.
charity money.
Shoot,
All right.
Linda, I've just had about enough. All right, I'm gonna say something.
All right, I got one more as well from
All right.
Ernest S. on Kauffman Stadium, the Royal Stadium in Kansas
Oh,
City.
boy.
All right.
What a jerk off place. No sign. No signage anywhere saying what is prohibited in the stadium. People
Jerking
walking
off.
in with giant backpacks that could be loaded with C4. Umbrellas that might be
God.
hiding blades or used as a club.
What?
But
Blades in an umbrella?
yeah, right?
Hold on, we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back
Yeah.
to that. Holy shit!
However, a 2 5/8 inch long penknife, that's verboten. I was even allowed into a political rally featuring President Obama in 2012 with that penknife, but not at Kauffman Stadium. Hell, I might bet some jackass with a legal concealed carry permit could waltz right through security.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Oh boy, where do we start with this one?
Okay,
First off,
I want to
name
start with the
drop
blades.
Obama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
name drop Obama.
Let's get that out of the way.
The scariest part is that this guy was at an Obama rally with a knife. Like, what the fuck is
He's
that?
admitting it.
Also,
Can we start
When
with
I
jerk-off
imagine-
stadium?
yeah,
He says
what
this is a jerk-off stadium.
what a
What a jerk-
jerk off place.
So what's a jerk off place? Like, what does that
Instantly,
mean?
my mind goes, I could just.
Enlighten me, guys. What do
Yeah.
you think of when you see or hear a
jerk-off
jerk off
place.
place?
It's a jerk off place. Nice. Good deal.
I don't think it's Kauffman Stadium. That's for sure.
I don't
That's
think
not my first thought.
I don't think I'm gonna watch a sports ball game. That's for sure.
Not in a
No,
jerk off place. I don't want to watch sports in a jerk off place.
Jerk off place. That's right. I keep saying stadium. It's a jerk off place.
It's a jerk off place. Yeah.
Let's not forget too that this guy created a new super villain.
Umbrella with
fucking
blades.
umbrella with a bunch of blades in it. He's gonna whip that shit out. Oh,
I'm literally
man.
just thinking of an umbrella that when you open it, it just fires blades out in all directions. Like, it's like, get away from me. It's like, and then I've never heard verboten. I've never heard the past tense of like, what is that's verboten?
They think that,
Can you
I
spell
would
it?
think they think they're
It might be
smarter than that.
Verbotten.
Verboten.
Hold on.
Google that.
I'm gonna Google it right here. We go.
Yes,
I got
Google
you.
it.
Verbotten.
Yep, forbidden, especially by an authority.
Prohibit. It's prohibit in German.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting.
I get it now.
Interesting.
Verboten.
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 That's
Fair.
verboten.
No, the
No
V
wonder
makes
he
a
didn't have fun watching a baseball game.
The V makes a
Yeah.
sound.
It's just
Fair.
this guy is just
Hey,
it
Matt.
was-
He
Well
sounds like the
written.
worst liberal we've all met before, you know.
Matt, we learned verboten means prohibit in German. So
oh, Mallory, little grammar smith in here says it's like forbidden, my dudes. All right,
in German,
fair in German. Yeah, you speak German? Let us know. Hit us up.
I do.
Anybody got any more incredible reviews?
Dude, I don't.
That
These
segment.
have
God
been-
damn.
that was
Hilarious.
I think
Yeah.
that was a major success, and we will be doing that often. Not every week,
Yeah.
but that will be a reoccurring segment that we will dive deep into because
Yeah, I don't
sure.
care if anybody
Oh.
else liked that. I loved it.
that
love
might
it.
be the
That was
hardest.
for us,
That
dude.
might be
That
the
was for
hardest
us.
I've ever laughed
Hopefully someone
recording
liked
this
it, but-
podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Holy shit, boys! Well, this is by far also the longest we have ever done this podcast.
We did it.
We have been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, so just golf clap, everybody. Well done. Hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. John, I'm glad you were here for over probably half of it. So
Thank you for waiting.
You made
boys.
it, dude. You
I
made
was
it.
scared. I was scared. Like I said, you can't take my brother or I anywhere because we're just gonna drink up the bar. But I'm glad y'all waited. And holy shit, it was so worth it. Great talking sports. And
We didn't wait for the
great.
record. We didn't wait at all. We started without you.
Shut
We did an hour. We did an hour without you for the record.
No, I appreciate y'all staying on late. I wanted to get some time in with the boys, so I appreciate it.
Hey, no worries.
Hey, I
Glad you
appreciate
made
it.
it.
You
Glad you
guys
made
for
it.
staying on late. Chat, thank you for staying on late. Everybody, thank you guys so much. This is where we sign off, but we will be back next week, next Tuesday, right here on Twitch, exclusively moving forward. However, you can catch all the recordings on YouTube, all the short videos on YouTube. Also, head on over to Instagram, give us a follow. Twitter, give us a follow at gappodcast on both of those. Thank you guys so much for the support.
We're on the road to 100 on both of them. Get us there.
Please,
Let's
yes,
go.
100. If you guys can get us 100 on YouTube and every video that you watch of ours, please hit the thumbs up. Matt really wants to say something. Matt, what would you
I
like
was
to
just gonna
say?
say, see you next Tuesday.
See you
Hey.
next Tuesday. Peace out. Thank you, everybody.
Love you.
Hands in,
Thank you.
hands in, hands in.
Hands up.
All right, everybody. A gap on 3. 1, 2, 3. A
Gap.
gap. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.